Good morning and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. Of course, it is a Saturday morning and that can only mean one thing, my raspy voice, and of course it is going to be a deadline. Of course, it has been the international break as well, so it's been a while since you've heard my little kind of raspy, half awake voice. But we are here, of course, for the Game Week 8 deadline. There's lots to go through, of course. I think the big one that a lot of people are going to be concerned by, of course, is what to do with Bukayo Saka. So if we do get any developments, that is what we'll be trying to keep you across as well. Of course, we'll be trying to answer as many of your guys' questions as well. There is a poll going around on the chat as well. Will Saka start this week? Get your votes in for that one. Yes, no, or unsure. If you do enjoy the stream as well, make sure you're hitting that like button as well. We are trying to hit 9.5k subs by the end of today's stream. So if you are new around here, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. It does mean the absolute world to me. We are on that road, the long road, that is, to 10k. And we're edging slowly closer every single week. And it is only possible with your guys' help as well. So do get your questions in, any that you do have. And of course, like I said, if you are new around here, make sure you are hitting that like button, subscribing, all that good stuff. Yes, we are doing team reviews, so get those in ASAP. If you want to leave it under my Twitter, my most recent tweet, at FPLTom_, leave it under there, and yeah, we'll get those reviewed as well. Jamie's in the chat as well. He's one of our channel moderators. He says, let's go, Tom. Good morning. Slap that like button and make sure you're subbed for great content. Man, I appreciate that. I do really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well this morning. Let me just quickly go onto Twitter and retweet that tweet so people know that I'm actually live for once. We're slowly getting earlier and earlier with these streams. that's the only problem. They're slowly getting earlier and earlier every single week. Eventually, I reckon they'll start at 8 o'clock in the morning because people are just getting earlier and earlier to try and get views. Live now. Let's do this. Boom. That's out there. That's done. Is it worth investing in Chelsea assets from Game Week 9? I don't think so. For me, I'm going to say no. For me, I think I'm going to go for a no on that one. The fixture run's not great, and the only Chelsea asset I would be interested in investing in is, of course, Cole Palmer. Everybody outside of that, I'm not really too interested in. Let's head over. Let's take a look at how my team's lining up for this week. I don't think I'm going to make a transfer. I don't think I am. The only player that is currently running through my mind, of course, is going to be Saka out for Son in. However, that would require us getting an early team league to see, what's it called? To see, I can't even think. It's that early in the morning. My brain's not working. Son in for Saka, but that would require us getting early team news. Arsenal updated us within 2 hours. I'm risking captain in Saka. Ooh, okay. I don't think it's worth risking him. It's not the easiest fixture. Bournemouth have probably been up there as one of the most improved teams this season, so I don't think it's going to be that easy. Did I say 8 a.m? Yeah, apologies. Like I said, my brain's still waking up. It will click into gear slowly as we start to get into today's stream. It will start to click into gear. Bought Solanke last night for Watkins to beat the price rise. Very nice. I like that move. I do like that move, mate. I think that's a decent move, to be honest. I know he's going to be on a lot of people's radars this week, as well as Dominic Solanke. So yeah, I think that's a great move. Best 4.5 million defender. There's quite a few. I think Anderson at 4.3 could be a really good value buy. You've obviously got 8 Nuri as well, but his fixture's difficult this week as well. If you've got 4.6, Van der Ven's not the worst option. Probably better ones out there. But yeah, there's a whole host. Aina's not bad for the next few as well. Mikalenko now being declared fit. Again, another player at 4.3. So there's lots of really good options. Raul Jimenez or Delap. I'm going to go Raul Jimenez. I'd go Raul Jimenez on that one. Thinking of buying Bernardo Silva too, giving KDB and... well, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? City actually tweeted, or I think it might have been City Extra, tweeted that KDB was training yesterday. So I'd be a little bit more sceptical on that Bernardo Silva one. Curious on your prediction for the Fulham Villa game. The bookies have Fulham as the favourite, but I just can't see it. Yeah, I think Fulham will actually win that game. I really do. I think Fulham have been arguably one of the most improved teams in the Premier League, and I was expecting them to be quite poor this season with Paulinho going, but defensively they've been really, really good. Attackingly, they've been good as well. They were very unfortunate not to get something out of that City game as well, so I understand the bookies' logic. I really, really do. Tottenham for Life says, hi Tom, how are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good as well. If Saka doesn't start, the Green Arrow are going to be flames. My Trossard can outscore him though. Nice, nice. Saka will start because, yeah, I guess. I do think he will start this week. Obviously, get your votes in for the poll on the channel. 71% of you currently saying yes, 26% have said you're unsure, and 3% have said no. But do keep your votes coming in for that one as well. Keep the likes coming in as well, guys. That massively helps push the stream out to more people, and that is exactly what we want to happen for today's stream as well. So as many likes as possible. Obviously, if you're new to the channel as well, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, if we could hit 9.5 today, that would be very, very juicy indeed. Did you transfer Saka back in? No, Saka's always been here from game week 1. Even when I wildcarded him 5, he's just remained. I haven't taken him out. He's just stayed in here. Do I do Gabriel to Anderson and Duran to Solanke? No, not for me. Which one would you start this game week, Fass or Mazraoui? I would probably play Mazraoui. Yeah. I just don't like it as an option. I don't think he's a good FPL asset for me personally, Jamie. But each their own, I guess. Yeah, international breaks really, really do suck. I do and I don't like them. I like them because it means I get a little bit of a break. Not really, but I get a bit of a break and I go home, see my family, so that's nice. The bad part is it kills a lot of the channel momentum. You know what I mean? Like, it kills a lot of the hype around the game as well. So, you know what I mean? We go from like a couple thousand views like very easily to kind of like having to work really hard to get those 1,000 views. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a dicey one, the old international break. I like it in some regards. I don't like it because there's no games on. Even like Mansfield now don't play games over the international break because we've got too many internationals. So I don't even get the luxury of that. So, yeah. What other questions have we got flying in the chats? Nah, even if KDB does play Burnley. Yeah, we did that one. Plus, I can see him. Yeah, maybe. You never know with Pep, though. You never know. When am I going to do team reviews? We'll do those about 8:30. So if we get a good batch of those in, like I said, if you want your team reviewing by me, head over to my Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under the pin tweet, and we'll get a good batch of those in nice and early, and we'll do those at 8:30. I'm doing much better in UCL fantasy than FPL. Yes. What transfers are you planning on making for UCL, and will there be a deadline stream? There will be a deadline stream. There will be some videos coming out on Sunday. I'm planning on doing 2 videos on Sunday as well. A limitless draft for those that are on that chip, and of course my team selection as well. In terms of my transfers, I'm probably looking at City and Arsenal players because I'm looking to wildcard in game week 4. But yeah, I'm also doing absolutely incredible on that game and a little bit poo in FPL at the moment. Are you planning to change your team before game week 8? The only change I probably would make right now is if we got news that Son was starting and Saka wasn't. I think that's probably the only move I'm going to make. Who to add instead of Duran? I mean, you've got a whole host of cheap forward options, haven't you, really? Raul Jimenez, the Lap that some people like, not for me personally, Calvert-Lewin, Chris Wood, there's loads. Is it time to consider whether or not to sell Salah? He dropped in price and has a dramatically dropped in people's yeah, I get it. I do get it. I think, though, if we look over the next few, he's actually really fancied to do well in this fixture because Chelsea's backline has been battered with suspensions. Then Arsenal, yeah, that's going to be a difficult game. Brighton are pretty weak defensively this season. We've seen that a few times. So I think that's not a bad fixture. And then it is a home fixture against Villa as well, so I don't rule Salah out of that one. Game week 12 is probably a toss-up between him and Thingy for captaincy. So yeah, I think you maybe could hold him during this difficult run. Now, I know obviously his price is starting to wane a little bit, and I definitely think if another poor performance goes in today, he will be sold off by quite a lot of people. So maybe if you don't want to eat up that kind of price drop for Mohamed Salah, then I do get it. ESR or Rodgers to start? I'd probably go ESR. I'm TC Haaland this week. Very nice. Hope it works out for you. I think next week is probably the more viable week, but if you've got a gut feeling, go for it. Go for it. Gakpo, Jota and Salah will be Liverpool's front three against Chelsea. I mean, Diaz has played a lot of Premier League minutes, so I won't rule him out. Should I play Barnes? Oh, my day's got hiccups. Should I play Barnes versus Newcastle, Winks, Leicester in midfield? Neither. I'd probably play Barnes. There's a lot more upside to him than Winks. Do you have any free transfers, or are you taking a -4? I've got 3 free transfers. We're just sat on 3 free transfers, and if we roll, we'll be taking on 4. Andy's in the chat. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good this morning. Yeah, I play Barnes over Winks. It's not a bad fixture. Like, it's genuinely not a bad fixture. If we head over to the betting data, as you can see here, the betting data actually fancies Newcastle to get some goals in that game. So I think playing Harvey Barnes for this fixture, not a bad option. Genuinely not a bad option. Do keep the likes coming in, guys. Like I said, keep the questions flowing in as well. Any that you do have, we will try to answer. Of course, we'll be doing team ratings as well. We'll get a good batch of those going around 8:30. Obviously, if you are new to the channel as well, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button for this game week. A lot of you look like you think Saka's going to start, so I think we'll probably end that poll in a little bit, and we'll get a new poll going as well. But yeah, make sure you are hitting that like button, guys. Only 12 likes so far. We can bump that. We can bump that up. Come on, we can bump that up. Do you reckon Slanky holds this game week? He's got really good data, and I don't see a reason why not. Good projected goals as well for this week, so I think it'll be fine. Thanks for the advice. First time playing FPL. Worst mistake of my life for front three in my head. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. We all make silly mistakes. You'll find that. Even the best managers will make silly mistakes this season. It's just going to happen. Hey, mate, sell Saka to Son or Foden. I think I would prefer Son if we find out he's starting. I think the reason I prefer Son is because he gives you a great captain for 11, and then you can make that switch to Palmer in 12. That's the plan I'm having if I was to bring him in. Yeah, I probably would recommend using the Limitless if you tripled up on Dortmund, Bayern and Barcelona this week. Yeah, definitely so. Why Mikolenko? When I wildcarded, he was nice and cheap and predicted to play. Obviously, he's picked up a few injuries along the way, but he should be back in the side today, I hope. I really, really hope. What do you think about Anthony Gordon for this game week? A punt? I mean, yeah, I don't hate it. And he's definitely, like, he's up there for predicted points. He's also had a great start to the season. I think that's probably gone a little bit under the radar. So, yeah, as a one-week punt, I don't mind it. Longer term, probably not for me. Start one of Rodgers or McNeil. I probably would have to play McNeil this week. Are people doing Salah to Son? I don't see any other move that makes sense. I'm not doing that move. I think it's Saka that people will be doing that for. Palmer and Lewis or Foden and Virgil van Dijk? I probably would prefer the Palmer and Lewis one. That makes sense. That makes sense, mate. You got rid of Vardy. You're not part of the Vardy hype train anymore. I get it. I get it. I don't think I want to be part of this Vardy hype train anymore, but I mean, Southampton, yeah, you have to keep him for that one. Yeah, Strand Larson looks like a decent option in that cheap forward bracket. Foden or Son, who's the better for the next 4 game weeks? I think, right, the reason I prefer Son over Foden is because he gives you a captaincy option against Ipswich at home in game week 11. If you look at all the other fixtures around game week 11, they're not as tasty. They're really, really not. So City have got, in game week 11, they've got Brighton away. It's not a bad fixture. You definitely could captain Haaland in it, but it's not incredible, right? Arsenal, who've they got in 11? Chelsea away. You're not going to captain Saka. Salah, who's he got in 11? Villa at home. You could captain Mohamed Salah. But again, it's not a fixture that wets the whistle, is it? You know what I mean? It's not one that's getting you off your feet. It's not getting you salivating. But a cheeky little bit of Son at home to Ipswich is. So that is why I prefer Son over Foden. I still think Foden's a fantastic player to go for and a great asset that should start this week. He should start. But the reason I prefer going for that other route is because of Son captain in 11 makes it really, really spicy for me. So I like it. Hey, price rises. Yeah, I definitely feel they need to do something with that. I feel like there needs to be like some sort of transparency around the game. Like, oh, this player's going up tonight, this one's going down. Just to give people a little bit more of an indication, because it seems so varied at the moment, doesn't it? Start 2, Concert, Vanderberg, Van der Ven, or Burn. I probably would go Van der Ven and Burn. Yeah. Vardy or Wood to start. I mean, you've got to be playing Jamie Vardy against Southampton, haven't you? You've just got to. I know he's not been great, but you've just got to play him in this fixture. Yeah, I think Villa are a bit shaky, aren't they, at the moment? They're a little bit shaky. Eze keep. I think I'd probably move off him. Is it worth a -4 to get in Solanke and Lewis in for Welbeck? And no. Do you think Pickford is a good pick with their upcoming fixtures? He's not a bad pick, and it is a great run. But remember, with goalkeepers, you're probably not good. Like, I don't like wasting transfers on goalkeepers. The only time I'll change a goalkeeper is on a wild card. So I think you've got to look like past those fixtures till you probably wildcarding again. And if you've already wildcarded already, then you're probably looking at it like, oh, I've got to hold this goalkeeper probably till like mid like game weeks and stuff like that. So yeah, that'd probably be my only one that I'd go for on that one. That's the only thing I'd say on that one. Just be like a little bit careful. You know what I mean? Be a little bit careful. Tommy, need your help. Keep Havertz or use funds to Palmer/Salah. Ooh. I think with Havertz being a little bit of a doubt, I would probably be tempted to, make the move. 4 free transfers. Do I have to get Haaland in, or could I wait one more week? I mean, I think Haaland's the clear and obvious captaincy option this week, so that's probably why I would have him for this week. Depends who you fancy, and otherwise in terms of captaincy and obviously the structure you're going to have to change with those 4 free transfers. Yeah, I think it would be cool, but at the same time it probably would kill the game off a little bit. Like, I feel like casuals would not play it as much. Do I keep Gabriel? Yeah, I'd keep Arsenal defenders. They still look decent on the 11-5 models in terms of those projected clean sheets. So yeah, I'd be fine with that. Yeah. Again, I think the price rises are relevant and they need to happen in the game. It definitely, makes you think a little bit more. But there's no clear, structure for when somebody goes down or up. People get sold in the millions, don't drop. Then, 50k people buy them and they're already up 2 mil, 0.2 mil. So that's a little bit frustrating. I get that. Do we have leaks? Probably a little bit too early for leaks at the moment. We've still got, 3 hours. And got a bit of... Just let it slide. What team do you support in England? I support Mansfield, my friend. You've probably never even heard of them. But yeah, Sweden was class. Genuinely, I really, really love Sweden. We've been twice now. It's probably one of my favourite countries in the world. It's just so clean. Everybody's really nice. And it's just, everybody's just got that ability just to switch up and to, speak English. You know what I mean? They're just, they'll speak it Swedish at you. And then you go, no, I'm sorry, mate. I'm English. I don't actually understand what you're saying. Then that's it. They're back. But yeah, really love Sweden. I definitely think we'll go back at some point on the second channel. Probably not for maybe not until the summer. Probably, maybe we'll head back there at some point when the season starts again. But yeah, not for a little bit. Davis, the poor man's Trent. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't get clean sheets, so yeah. I'll probably have to get rid of Palmer, Jota, Robbo, and Roberts for Haaland. Diblin and a 4 mil defender. That is a lot of ripping apart just to go and get Haaland in. I don't know if I'm 100% on board with that. Trent plus Eze to Foden plus Ashley Young. No Haaland in my squad. Oh my god. Ashley Young. No, I don't like that. Hold or keep are the same things, but I would sell Sabitz Lie this week. I'm confused between Pickford and Onana for a goalkeeper as I'm on a wild card. I think both have great shouts. Genuinely, both are great shouts. And I think Onana's probably got that bit more of a dog in him to go and get some saves. So I'd probably go with him. Delap or Calvert-Lewin, but sacrificing a little in defence. I think Calvert-Lewin's next three are really, really decent. But so are Ipswich's. But again, it's how you want to play it, right? It is how you want to play it, isn't it? Calvert-Lewin hasn't been at the races. Delap has. So if you want to go maybe like form over kind of data, then go for Delap. But obviously, if you're fancying a little bit more of the data, Calvert-Lewin's on penalties as well and seeing decent minutes at the moment. So that's probably why I'd probably say go for him. 8 Nori's a poor man's Trent. 8 Nori's the beast. Don't even come for my boy. Don't even come for my boy. Should I play Diblin or Rodgers? I have Watkins, so thinking not to double up against Fulham. Your view? Yeah, I mean, I would say though, remember Diblin is a 4.6 million player now, and he plays a bit like it. So, yeah. Will Visser be available from next week? It looks like he's back on the grass, so he could be another interesting option in that forward area. He really, really could. He really, really could. Do keep the likes coming in, guys. Keep the questions coming in as well. Make sure you're getting your votes in for the poll. Do you think Saka will start this game week? 74% of you have said yes. Quite a lot of you are unsure, though, as well. The poor man's Gvardiol. Will he ever return? Who knows? I think he could return at some point. If Grealish plays on the left, he'll start returning. Trust me. That's all they're waiting for. Grealish on the left and you'll watch him start returning. Trust. Andreas at 5.3, a good option. Not for me. I would actually prefer going for Adama Traore. He's been on fire and his data's look really, really good. So yeah, I'd recommend going for him instead. That'd be my advice on that one. I'm getting Visser back the moment he is fit. Beast. Yeah, the Brentford fixtures are still really decent for like a long stretch as well. If we get Brian up here. If we have a look here, Ipswich next week. So if he's available for that, yep. Fulham away is not the easiest, but I still think they'll probably get something out of that one. Bournemouth, Everton, Leicester. Yeah, so you could very easily have Visser all the way up until this December run where it does start to tail off. But the way he plays, he's absolutely brilliant, isn't he? Bowen the poor man's Saka. I'm loving all these poor man's comparisons. Could also do Jota, Robbo out for Son and VDV and save free transfer for next week and get Haaland in for Saka and Havertz. Again, it feels like you're ripping your team, like your whole team apart just to go and get Haaland in. You know what I mean? And you do have to do that. You do have to do that. But I prefer the moves you've suggested there, the Son ones. But at the same time, who are you going to captain this week again? I've got Lewis, I like, nice, and Gvardiol double City defence, but nobody seems to have that route. What are your thoughts? Yeah, I probably would go for it. They've got the best chance of a clean sheet this week. They've just been conceding sloppy goals. Trent for Gvardiol or Saka for Son? I would be more tempted with the Saka for Son move. Adama is the wide Darwin. Love that. Love that. Yeah, agreed. Captain, triple goal involvement, Solanke or triple blank Salah? Oh, I don't get that question. Also, I have Foden, nice. Brentford can score against most teams. Yeah, they're really, really well set up. Brentford are probably my team in the Premier League. I really like them. Raya is a poor man's Scott Carson. Yeah. Visser can come in next week if he's fit and available for that Ipswich game. I think that's a great shout. Haaland out in game week 10. A lot of the AI transfers do recommend that because the fixtures do tail off. And obviously he is eating a lot of your price point. And when he is that big kind of clump, you do want him to be your captain for most of those weeks. Would you bench Lewis, Saliba or Rodgers? I'm currently on a 4-back and benching Rodgers for this game week. Yeah, that probably seems about right. Rate this midfield: Saka and Mbeumo, Rodgers, McNeil, Maddison. decent midfield. You can't complain with that one. Is Saka... If Saka is out, makes a lot of sense to get Haaland with 4 free transfers. Yeah, if he is out. Son available? Yep. Postecoglou said he is fit and available for this game. Again, we are going to have to wait and see if he actually starts, though. Just going to blow my nose very quickly. Oh. Just chuck that around. There we go. Will McNeil return? You'd hope so against Ipswich. You would hope so. But I feel like they've got to have had a more rejuvenated performance after the battering they had last week. Keep Diaz for this one last game week or transfer to Johnson. I think I probably would make that move to Brennan Johnson. Or Jackson to Raul, save money and get Palmer in a couple of weeks. I mean, if it gives you the money to do that, then that makes sense as well. That does make sense. I think both are really, really good suggestions. Eze is a poor man's Eze. Start Rodgers or McNeil. I definitely have to say start McNeil. Jamie, one of the channel moderators, has got the right idea. Make sure you are hitting that like button, guys. It does push it out to more people, and that is exactly what we need for today's stream as well. Like I said, we are trying to hit 9.5k subs by the end of today's stream, and we are going all the way up until the deadline. So make sure you're showing some love and support, and of course, getting your sub in there as well. Could it be with Haaland is the only good pick when De Bruyne is fit and the main creator? I mean, De Bruyne has been pictured in training. Whether or not he's going to play is a different story. We're still waiting to see, you know, if KDB is going to feature as well. Best Diaz replacements, I already have Mbeumo, Maddison. Wait to bring in Foden next week or Saka, or just do it now ahead of Wolves. I think if I was to make the Foden move, I'd want him for this week. Aina or Lewis to start? Lewis. Do you think we'll get early Spurs news? I don't think we've ever had any, but let's wait and see, I guess. I haven't done my FPL Challenge team in about 8 weeks. I might do it a bit later if the stream dies down a little bit. Morning Tom, new subscriber. Can't decide if I want to go Saka to Son or Foden. What do you think? Yeah, thank you for subscribing, first of all. Appreciate that, man. But for me, my advice is going to be, I would say, look at game week 11 in terms of captaincy. The best option there is going to be a Spurs player with them playing Ipswich at home. So I think that gives Son the more appeal for me, in my opinion, and why I would be recommending him. I still think, you know, Foden's an absolutely brilliant player and a brilliant shout. But what weeks are we going to be captaining him over Erling Haaland? Probably none. Whereas Son gives you a great captaincy option in game week 11. Everybody else's fixtures are a little bit sparse. City are away at Brighton. Salah, of course, is... what's it called? What's Salah doing? He's at home against Villa. So, again, not the worst fixture in the world, but not one I'd be, like, 100% backing him for. Whereas Son at home to Ipswich makes complete sense. Will Johnson beat Cuckoo 2.0? I hope not for the people that go for him. I'm doing Robertson to Gvardiol and Eze to Bowen, and will be 1.4 million in the bank. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, it does take a lot of planning. It takes a lot of building up transfers as well, and a lot of patience. I think that's what a lot of people don't realise sometimes. They'll be sat here with 3 to 4 transfers going, yeah, I've got to make that move, man. I've got to do it. Sometimes just chill. You know what I mean? Just chill out a little bit. And stick with what you got. Yeah, dudes, hit the subscribe, join the chat. They're a nice bunch here. Cheers, man. I appreciate that one. Team ratings, like I said, they'll be done in 15 minutes. We'll get a good batch of those done. So make sure you are getting your team sent over ASAP. My nose has just started running really bad. Ugh. Must be really attractive sometimes in the morning. I actually did challenge this week for the first time since game week 2. Yeah, I feel that mode's just it's killed. It's dead. It's dead, isn't it? Is Salah a must-have? Not really. I wouldn't say a must-have, no. Will Jota start? I've seen him in a few predicted lineups, so I'm going to say yes. Do I keep Matoma? It's not the worst fixture this week, but I definitely think their fixtures do like absolutely nosedive, don't they, eventually? So probably would be looking at replacements. And I think Brennan Johnson being around a similar price makes complete sense this week. Good old Adorma. He's getting some love in the chat, isn't he? Start Flecken or Verbergen? I would probably go... I would probably go Flecken. I think Brentford are just a better defence. Oh, mate, that's a honker, that one. That is a honker, Sean. Absolutely stunk it up there, mate. Absolutely reeked it up. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Keep the likes coming in for the stream as well today. If we could hit 50 likes, that'd be very good. Of course, get your votes in as well. Do you think Saka will start this week? We'll get another poll going in a little bit for captaincy, seeing which way you guys are thinking around that one as well. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, if we could hit 9.5 by the end of today's stream, that would be sick. That would be sick. How about Brighton 10 Rutter? Any good? Yeah, I do like the look of Rutter, but not for me. It's probably going to be around game week 12. I'll hop on the Brighton boys. Yeah. More people having more transfers has probably inflated the old way of going. Semedo to McNeil or Diblin this week, looking to move for better bench cover with Saka. Yeah, I think McNeil's probably the one that I probably would go for there. Yeah, I've seen that they've like added like points and stuff, haven't they, for like defenders picking up stuff. Like, I like it. I do like it. I obviously play EFL Fantasy and of course UCL Fantasy, where those metrics are also in the game, and I do like it. The only problem that I would say is look how it's affected EFL Fantasy, right? They've added like clearances and blocks in, and the problem that it's created is now the best formation in the game is a free back. Like, you only get 7 players anyway, but everybody's picking a free back. Like, because there's that I think it's like 9 of the top 15 scoring players in the game are defenders. So it's broken the game a little bit, and that is my only concern. I really, really like the other metrics. I do feel it's cool, but at the same time, it could break the game in a way that, you know, means everybody's rocking a 5 back because it's the most effective way because of clearances and stuff like that. So I would be a little bit concerned. What do I think about Dallo? He's actually interesting, one of the players that I'm looking to transfer in next week. Him and Mazraoui are probably on the list. I like the United run. They're also fancied from the 11-5 data as well in terms of a clean sheet for the next few weeks. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. What's your thoughts on Robertson? Sell, keep? I'm going to keep him for one more week because Tsimikas has come back with an injury issue. So he should play this game and probably see it out. After this, though, I'm going to sell him. Yeah, I'm going to sell him. Palmer is desperate man's Haaland. Yeah, I like those moves you've suggested there, Crom. That's fine. Diblin don't look as good in a few games. Yeah, I think a lot of people are just hyped because he's a little bit attacking and he's playing, but yeah. I probably wouldn't recommend that move, John. And Die, not for me, really. I think Everton already struggled to score goals, and I would rather have the penalty taker from that side rather than Ndai for me. Yeah, that's usually what happens with me with Trent as well. As soon as we get to the point where, like, I want him, he then goes and does bits, doesn't he? Bench either Rodgers or Van der Ven. I probably would bench Rodgers this week over that one. They do, but with VFL Fantasy, like, there is definitely, I would say, there's different ways to play the game. You know what I mean? People are still going for the 2 formation, but the people that are cottoned on to these clearances and stuff like that are now playing a free back. So, yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It is one of those. I do feel adding more routes to points creates more diversity within the game. It definitely would. How many points do you reckon you'll get this week? Best case and worst case. I mean, worst case, like, we could have everybody blank here. Haaland stinks up. Saka doesn't even play. Best case, it could be a great week. Haaland hat-trick, Salah delivers, Saka delivers, or maybe if we go for, you know, a Son, he could deliver in the early kickoff. Calvert-Lewin and Vardy obviously could turn up for once. That would be nice. Maybe some clean sheets at the back as well. It could be a great week. Thoughts on Delap? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Delap. Not on penalties. So that already takes some of the shine off him compared to other cheaper forwards within that bracket. And if you look at his data, it's actually been pretty dismal. It really, really has. Punt on Trossard, not for me. If you had Diaz, would you sell or roll? I would probably, right, looking at a lot of the predicted lineups, I'd keep him. If I was to sell him, I would probably move to a Maddison or an Mbeumo. And I think the Maddison move would be tempting me. Oh, it would be tempting me. I mean, if you've gone for that setup, then stick with that setup. I would probably say like this was always going to be the 2 weeks where it was going to look a little bit dicey. But obviously, if you've got that free premium midfielders, you could maybe take a gamble on somebody like a Son or a Foden this week that could deliver the goods. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's probably the way I'd go with that one. I don't get clean sheets. Now, this is the thing, right? Last week, all the teams that I had defenders from kept clean sheets. I got 0 points out of them. Mikolenko didn't play. Robertson came on in the 68th minute. And obviously, Konza's hamstring went ping. That's the annoying thing. We actually kept clean sheets, or the teams kept clean sheets. But did I see any of those points? Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. Hey, do you think I should swap Watkins to Solanke? I don't hate that move. I really, really don't hate that move. But just remember, Watkins has been pretty decent. As like Villa going forward as well have still looked really, really good this season. So yeah, that's probably my only one with that one. I mean, if you've got Rodgers as well, like, yeah, I probably would be tempted to make that move. I would be tempted to make that move. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said, keep the likes coming in as well. We're approaching 50 likes on the stream, and that is absolutely incredible. So make sure you continue to smash that like button for me. Really, really pushes it out, gets more people in the stream, and that is exactly what we want today. Of course, as well, we are trying to hit 9.5k subs by the end of today's stream, so make sure you are hitting that subscribe button as well. Massively appreciate everybody that is in here. Do keep those questions coming in. Of course, we will be doing team reviews as well around about 8:30. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm going to actually have to go and get some tissue in a second. Blow my nose. Jesus. Yeah, it was great going on FPL therapy. Anybody that's not checked it out, maybe wants a little bit of pre-deadline entertainment for about 1 hour and 20, go and check it out. Go and drop Ross some support as well. It was really, really good. And yeah, I hope I came across all right. I hope I came across all right. That was the one thing I was worried about. I was just like, I hope people like me. I hope people like me. Oh yeah, Mazwari as well. It's just another one, isn't it? I have Saka, Palmer, Salah and Haaland. Captain, Slanky, Rodgers, Lewis Diblin, Aitnori, and we don't need to know the rest of the team. Get him Flecken next week. Nice. Do I do Gabriel, Semeno, Duran to Anderson and Mbeumo, Visser? No, because I don't think Visser's going to play this week. Is Davis a good pick? Yeah. I think as long as you've not got Calvert-Lewin, he could be a great pick. I made that movie last night. Didn't want to sell Watkins, but could do with the cash. Makes sense. Is Saka nailed starter, and who's the best 4.7 million defender? I think under 4.7 you're probably throwing Lewis in there because of the positions he gets into. You've also got Aitnuri for the next few weeks, but you're going to have to deal with him this week. You've obviously got Anderson at 4.3. You've got Van der Ven at 4.6. There's plenty of really, really good options kind of emerging at the moment. Good morning, man. How you doing? Hope you're doing good, Thomas. I own Palmer, and don't want to get into a rush game. Just jury's still out on top, Chelsea top 6. Yep, makes sense. Son, I like a lot. Not sure whether to get him in for Palmer or Saka. Could even get Foden and get both out because Foden's too risky for me. Yeah, I think that could do it. Again, though, look where you're going with your captaincy for this week. Yeah, makes sense. FPL Golden Game? Who the hell's FPL Golden Game? You mean Golden Goal? I hope you mean Golden Goal. Because if Golden... I don't know who Golden Game is. Do I keep Duran? Probably not. You came across really well. Great to see you getting some recognition. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Am I crazy? Saka to Son this week. Want to keep his price point and then Trent to Aitnuri and Diaz to Palmer next week. Yeah, I think those moves make sense. Salah out for Foden. It's a possibility. It is a possibility. I have a triple captaincy for Haaland this week. Nice. I probably would maybe prefer it next week, but if you want to go for it this week, fair enough. Wolves have been one of the worst defences in the league so far this season, so it makes sense. Yeah, you can never trust Pep, but I think for his price point and the explosivity he has to his game, He's definitely worth a gamble at some point. Salah captaincy for me, nice, okay. I mean, he's up there for predicted points if we go across from it. I think it's that one. I hope it's this one. No, it's not. Whoops. There we go. This is the predicted points from Fantasy Football Hub. As we can see here, it does have Mohamed Salah top. So those that don't have Haaland this week, probably Salah is going to be your best captaincy option in terms of those predicted points. So definitely worth a little bit of consideration maybe potentially on that one. So just maybe worth some consideration. Obviously, if you're not going with Erling Haaland, maybe Mohamed Salah takes that mantle. Maybe. Maybe indeed. Right, we are going to do team reviews at past. So make sure you're getting your team sent to me over on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under one of my most recent tweets and we will get those reviewed. I'm going to just quickly go and blow my nose because it's really annoying me and I've run out of tissue here. But I'm just going to quickly blow my nose. Then we'll start doing some team ratings. So get them in. We didn't get an update on Sells either from the press conferences, but he has been pictured training. So take of that what you will. Let's go for it. Right, like I said, quickly going to blow my nose, then we'll be back for team ratings. So keep the likes coming, keep the questions coming in as well, and get your teams sent to me as well. Right, let's get on with some team ratings. Sweet. Let's have a look who sent me their teams. Like I said, guys, if you do want to come over and send me your teams on Twitter, we are reviewing those right now. So let's take a look at what we've been sent in so far. Any other changes in the starting 11 I should make? No. I think maybe I would play McNeil over Rodgers for me this week. McNeil against Ipswich, one of the worst sides in the league. Yeah, for me, I think you've got to be going down that route. So McNeil in for Rodgers probably would be the only change I would make there. Rate my team. Looks pretty decent. Would I play Van der Ven over Rodgers? Ooh. Yeah, I'd probably leave it as that, but you could get some Van der Ven points on the bench. That could be a little bit of a problem. Andrew sent his team in as well. Keane. Oh, dear. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit shaky. Michael Keane in there's not the best option in the world. But yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. Triple captaincy, here we go. Triple captain on Erling Haaland. I think the rest of the team is set up correctly. But yeah, triple captain on Haaland, man. I hope it works out for you. I do hope it works out for you. Should I get Mazraoui in or Konza for Lewis? No, I'd keep Lewis. For the next two, definitely. What about Foden to Saka? I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but you've already got Haaland here for that captaincy. Like I said, yeah, you could do it. Obviously, that's if we get any kind of more information around Bukayo Saka. Thoughts? Good team. Yeah. Again, very good team. No problems with that one. Right, guys, if you do want your team rating, get it sent in to me over on Twitter at FPLTom _. Remember that. There is a link in the description as well. I do believe we've just hit 50 likes on today's stream, if I'm not mistaken. No, we're still on 49. It teased me. So we're on 49. So make sure you are hitting that like button. Of course, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button as well. Like I said, the goal for today is 9.5k. If we could do that, it would be absolutely immense. But yeah, someone get us to 50 likes. Come on. Someone in the chat's got to be in there. They've got to tickle it, haven't they? We captaining Bruno. Oh dear God, no. I took Saka out for Foden. Am I mad? No. I think that's a perfectly fine move. It just is. Andy and Bruno is the most toxic relationship, I swear. Yeah, I mean, he's lost his head a little bit on that one, hasn't he? McNeil or Johnson? Johnson 100%. Evan Ferguson birthday hat-trick today? Wouldn't surprise me. You always see it. Someone go and hit that like button. Thoughts on Eze this week and going forwards? Yeah, I probably would be looking to move off Eze for me personally. I think he's had his time and he's not delivered, has he? No, I think I did yours, man. I think I did yours. If not, we'll have another check in a little bit. Around 9 o'clock, we'll do another batch of team reviews as well. So make sure you're getting those sent in to me. And yeah, if it's not there, we'll find it. Because sometimes they don't pull through, so just make sure you are following me as well. Milenkovic or Aina, I think both are great options. Both at the same price point. There's not really too much to split them in terms of data either. So go whichever way you want on that one. It is a decent way to push your rank, but at the same time, you could argue that with Son, and he also gives the appeal of captaincy in 11. I have 3 top 3k finishes, so I like to think there is a method to my madness. Bro, if it's working for you, man, go for it. If it works for you, it works for you. Yeah, he will die on that hill. Oh, we've all of a sudden gone from 50 likes, I refreshed it, to 64. I don't know what happened, but you guys are absolutely incredible. So thank you very much for that one. Next up, of course, it's got to be 100 likes. It's got to be 100 likes. It just has to be. As well, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you're subscribing as well if you are new around here as well. Tyrone Mings is not going to be an option for me personally. With Konza being fit and available, I don't think Mings is probably going to start the next 3. So, you know, he's back from a long-term injury as well. Thank you very much for the donation, man. Appreciate that. QKA plus U0. He says, Foden hat-trick tonight. He's my captain. Well, I hope it does work out for you, and thank you very much for the donation, man. Appreciate that. Do you think I should play Smith Rowe or Saka? Saka. Rodgers or Fass? Rodgers. Don't have Haaland. Thinking of a move, Saka to Foden and making him my captain. Am I crazy? It does give you City coverage. They are the best team for projected goals for this week, so it makes sense. It does make sense. 72% of you still feel like Saka is going to play this week. Actually, it's gone down. So, oh no, it's back up at 72% as well. So, decent lot of you think that Saka will play this week. So, that's very good. That is very good. Foden, Halls or blanks. There's no middle ground. Saka and Palmer, 6 to 8 points each. Salah gets 1 or 2 goals, most likely things to happen. Transfer cons are out for Lewis. Yeah, I don't hate that move. I think that's a perfectly fine and acceptable move as well to go for. Let's have a quick look at the betting data again. Obviously, I know a lot of people are going to be asking questions about who to play in certain scenarios and whether or not they should be selling certain players off. I think for me, obviously, Arsenal defenders, I would probably keep. We'll obviously have a look at, what's it called? We'll have a look at the 11FI data in a little bit, and we'll take a look at whether or not it's worth continuing as well. In terms of the projected goals for this week, obviously City looking decent, Liverpool looking decent, and obviously the big tempting juicy one is, of course, that Tottenham fixture early doors as well. Make sure you are going over to Rob T FPL's Twitter as well and giving him a follow on there. I post loads more stuff just in this. I obviously just take this snippet, give it a little bit of promotion, but there's so much out there that he posts that's just great stuff. So please go and check his channel out. Not his channel, his Twitter out. Amazing stuff that he does over on there as well. Saka, Gabriel, Duran, Semenyo to Foden, Slanky, Johnson, Anderson for a -8 hit. Not for a -8, no. Come on. You were great on FPL Therapy, very insightful and articulate. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Do the opposite of what Arteta says. Yeah, 100%. Bench 1, Rodgers, Diblin, Saka, Havertz, Diblin. Probably would play Alanga. I'm tempted by Slanky, man. Who did we say you were going to take Slanky in for? I can't remember, Jake. Bench Rodgers or Semenyo? Semenyo. Will Luis Diaz start or Gakpo? Don't know yet, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we might get something, like a sniff, but I don't know. Yeah. Arteta and Pep are... Not Arteta and Pep. Arteta and Eddie Howe are the worst 2 people for lying ever. They must cheat on their wives all the time. They just must. Good day to you as well, David. Why don't I start my own podcast? Time, money. There's probably some reasons as well. Obviously, this is like just a part-time hobby. Like, I don't do this full-time. I do have a job outside of this, so yeah. Very good show on retail therapy. Nice. Oh, dearie me. Do keep the likes coming in, guys. Keep all the questions coming in as well. Like I said, the goal for today's stream is to hit 9.5k subs. If we could do that, would be absolutely incredible as well. Do you think if I have Trent to move to Robertson to Lewis? What? Oh, yeah. I probably would move Robertson to Lewis. That makes sense now. Cheers, man. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Hopefully we'll get there one day. Don't worry about that. We'll get there one day. Who do you think will win today, Newcastle or Brighton? I think there'll be a lot of goals in that game, and I'm going to go Newcastle. I think that could be a little bit of a goal fest for me. I think a lot of the games could be. If we look, like, looking at the betting data, it's a lot like the bookies are like, clean sheets, they don't exist anymore. Obviously, we spoke about those clean sheets. I went for the wrong one, didn't I? I'm going to guess this one. There we go. We spoke about the clean sheets and what to do with the Arsenal defenders. They're actually predicted from the 11-5 model to go and pick up the most clean sheets over the next few weeks, as you can see here. So the people that do have Gabriel, Raya, Saliba, probably still worth holding on to here. As you can see, really fancied to do quite well. Cities as well are pretty consistent across the board. Liverpool's next two definitely do drop off, so it does. I think if you've got Robertson like myself, probably worth selling off after this week. Maybe even this week, potentially to somebody like a Porro, or of course downgrade into a Lewis or a cheaper defender as well. It's probably worth some thought and some conversation this week as well, so definitely worth it. But yeah, you know, United as well, we had a question about Dalot. I definitely think after that match day 11 to 13 periods, definitely where I want a United defender. So I'm looking at Dalot next week in terms of my transfer as well. So yeah, that's it in terms of the clean sheet data, to be honest. Tom, is Spurs Brennan Johnson a good pick? Yeah, I think he could be a decent pick. I have Welbeck in, hope I get something. I hope so, man. Will Sells play? Nothing came out of the press conference, but he has been apparently pictured in training. Score predictions for this week? Yeah, I'll do my score predictions in a bit. Great content, Tom. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. How do I tag someone? Put at and then their name. Saka to Son for a -4, given Spurs' good fixtures. I wouldn't do it for a -4 unless we find out Saka's 100% not playing. That's the only way that I'd do that. I'm considering Antonio to Ndai. I mean, both of those picks are pretty terrible, Michael. I can't lie to you. Which FPL algorithm do you like the most? FPL Review or Fantasy Football Hub or 11FI or any other perhaps that you use? Yeah, I think they've all got their own differences, and I probably would say I like the 11FI model, but I kind of like to compare it to the bookmakers models as well. So using Rob T FPL's ones, FPL Review is probably a lot more accurate than Fantasy Football Hub, I would say as well. I like Fantasy Football Hub, don't get me wrong, but it sometimes has a persistence with players and it can't seem to drop it. Eze being obviously the the big one. Not far away from 10k. Will it happen before the next international break? Probably get some traction from Raptors fan base. I hope so, man. I hope so. I do hope so. I hope we can hit 10k before the next international break. That'd be a cool milestone to hit. I never thought we'd get there. Like, I think around this time last year we had about like 2.5k subs. So yeah, you guys are immense. Start Rodgers or Smith Rowe? Probably go Smith Rowe on that one. Captain Son, it's a possibility, but again, I think he will probably only play around 60-70 minutes. Konza or Hall? I probably would go Konza. Congrats on the success, mate. Long time subscriber and can't even get my questions answered anymore. Oh, bro, I'm sorry. If you want to put it in again, we'll answer it. Obviously, the chat does move quite quick now. Like, there's a lot of people in here, so it does move a little bit quicker. But we will try and get as many answered as possible. Probably would go a Langer on that one. Yeah, I definitely think that's maybe one area the game could move to, is just having everybody as cheap defenders, because they've not really been delivering, have they? They've not really been delivering. We are closing in on 100 likes, by the way, on today's stream, which is absolutely mental to say the least. So if you are enjoying it, make sure, of course, you are hitting that subscribe button, liking the stream as well. Like I said, it does push it out to more people. And we've got about 48-ish people to go in today's stream to hit 9.5k, so that'd be great. That'd be great. 100k subs by the end of next season and you'll go full-time YouTube. Bro, if I get 100k subs on this channel, mental. But yeah, we're a long way away from that. Let's focus on the small stuff first. As well, for people that don't know, I do also have a second channel. We did hit 1k subs over there. Plenty more content coming up on that one as well. The last time we went to the Stockholm Derby, but now we're, you know, heading to some other interesting locations over the next few weeks. Watkins, Semeno to Solanke, Johnson for a hit. Not for a hit. I wouldn't do that. Solanke, Wood, Calvert-Lewin or Vardy. Probably Solanke would be number one there. Then probably Wood second, Calvert-Lewin third and Vardy fourth. Saka, Palmer and Raul, or an 8 mil mid, Salah and... I probably would prefer the second option there. Start Vardy or Smith Rowe. I think you've got to be playing Vardy against Southampton this week. It just has to happen. Best keepers to get. I mean, Flecken's not a bad cheap option to go for, is he? Raya's going to be still pretty consistent across the board. Yes, I do have a day job outside of FPL. This doesn't pay my bills, don't worry. Yeah. I have a side job outside of this. Not a side job, it's actually my main job, isn't it? This is the side thing. Vardy and Foden or Watkins and Mavididi. Vardy and Foden. Best two 4.5 million goalkeepers, it probably has to be Flecken. And then, like, who else do you really pick out of that? Maybe Sells if he's fit and available. Start two of Jackson, Semeno or Rodgers. I'd probably go Jackson and Rodgers on that one. Start Verbergen or Flecken. Probably go Flecken. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go, isn't it? One premium defender, the rest all just cheapies. Free at the back. No real complaints on that one. Interestingly, the polls dropped a little bit in terms of people's perceptions towards whether or not Foden will play. It's actually dropped to 65% now. It was around the 70s earlier, but it has taken a little bit of a nosedive. So maybe people are feeling a little bit less confident on Foden. Maybe people are getting the old Arteta jig, you know, just starting to worry a little bit what he's got planned up his sleeve. Saka replacements under 8 million for game week 9. I don't know. Under that price point, probably somebody like a Maddison and a Buemo, somebody around there. Sell Mavididi or Semeno. Probably going to be Semeno with the fixtures taking a nosedive. Love the good old days of the green and yellow graphics. Great to see you've gathered a bigger following, mate. Well deserved. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Yeah, those were long days ago. Really, really long. I have Semeno. Should I replace him with Johnson or will he not play the full 90? I don't think Johnson will play the full 90. If we look throughout kind of his minutes so far this season and with players coming back from injury, he won't play a full 90, but I still feel he's a better option than Semeno. Yeah, I think if Haaland blanks for the next two, we do have to enter that conversation of when do we sell him off. Has there been any leaks about Saka? No, the only thing that came out about Saka was last night there was a video of him walking, supposedly Saka by the way, walking into the hotel with the team. Nothing concrete. Yeah, it's all very, nearsay to be honest. Hi Tom, would you start double Liverpool defence over Aina? Nuno's suspension might affect Forest, you think? I think Palace have been pretty kind of impotent in front of goal, so I don't think it's going to affect them too much. Yeah, I reckon he will. I reckon because he's so popular, a lot of people will be looking to sell him off. He'll drop in price, and then he'll probably be a buyback, won't he? Robertson, Jota, Havertz to Anderson, Palmer and Cunha this game week or next game week. Ooh. I mean, Palmer's not got the easiest fixture this week, has he? But with Havertz being a little bit of a doubt, maybe you could do it this week. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure how I came across, and like it's obviously hard to tell whether or not I did a good job. But if you guys think I did, then that's the main thing. Will you go to the Stockholm Derby next year? They share the stage. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on the cards. Like I said, I want to go and explore some other places first. But we definitely will be back at Sweden at some point. Probably again, it will be around the summer when obviously the English football stops. But yeah, I do want to obviously travel, see some other countries, see what other kind of, you know, cultures and football experiences we can get. But yeah, we will go back to Sweden at some point. Best Semenyo replacements. I think McNeil has to enter that conversation, doesn't he? With the good fixtures Everton have got obviously coming up as well. Adama Traore also looks like a tasty little option, putting up really, really good data. Gibbs White and João Pedro both injured. I'm so cooked. I think Gibbs White's is a suspension, is it not? Sell Eze for McNeil this game week. I don't hate it. I really, really have gone off Eze as a pick. I have Palmer and Saka. Can't decide when to transfer them out for Son and Foden. Probably going to be this week, isn't it, really? This is the week where Son and Foden both have really, really delicious fixtures. Saka's are starting to fall away. Palmer's, I think you could hold him. But it's going to be a difficult game, I feel, at Anfield for Chelsea. Do we have any new info on Saka? Nothing as of yet. Nothing as of yet. Start Rodgers or ESR? I probably would go Emile Smith-Rowe. Do you think Foden will start the next 3 game weeks? They do have Champions League and a Carabao Cup game kind of sandwiched within the next 3, so maybe not. Is Welbeck worth keeping considering his fixtures post-game week 12? I think you could make a switch to another cheaper forward and then look to bring him back. That could be an option. But if you've got cover to bench him, then why not? Thoughts on this bench boost? Muric, ESR, Rodgers, Greaves. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but I think there are probably going to be better periods this season to do it. Casablanca Derby. Which one's that one? I'm going to quickly Google that. By the way, we are approaching 100 likes on today's stream, so if you are enjoying it, make sure you are hitting that like button. Let's get this stream to 100 likes. As well, we are trying to, of course, hit 9.5k subs today. We are edging super, super close to that as well, every single subscriber that goes up. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Plenty more content coming your way over the next few weeks and days, actually. Casablanca Derby. Which one's that one? Casablanca Derby. Oh, didn't know this was a thing, but it looks absolutely insane. Right, well, we might have to go there then. Might have to go there then. That looks absolutely mental. Maybe I'll look for some cheap flights to Monaco after that one. Play Havertz today. It's so difficult to say, isn't it? I think he was spotted in the video that FPL Tommy posted. It's on Twitter if you want to go and check it out for yourself. Who are Liverpool versus in this game week? They have got Chelsea at home. Yeah, Jamie's got that right idea. Make sure you are hitting that like button. Massively appreciated. Yeah, in Morocco. It looks tasty, that. It does look tasty, I can't lie to you. Definitely start Kudus over Rodgers. Who've West Ham got today? No, I probably would play Rodgers, actually. Hey Tom, a lot of love for the Casablanca Derby in the chat. Wasn't familiar with it, but people are suggesting go for it. El Clasico Derby. Yeah, obviously I want to do like all the big ones we want to do. Of course we want to do all the big ones, but you know, there's other stuff as well. Do you have any mates in the FPL multiverse? Yes, I do. A good friend of mine who's also streaming right now is Golden Goal. Absolute legend. We talk quite a lot as well, like off stream as well. Like, he's a really, really good guy. Makes cracking content as well, so go and check him out. But yeah, he's probably the one I'm like that with, out of all of them. But like, there's a lot. There's a lot of really good people in the FPL community. Yeah, the Saka video is so sus, and I don't know how to read it. Hi, your view on what's better, Trent to Lewis? I prefer the first option you said there. Should I get rid of Robertson this week if he didn't start last week? He should be fine this week. Looks like Tsimikas has come back with an injury from international duty. Yeah, probably Son across that period because of captaincy. Raul plus Foden versus Solanke plus Johnson. Ooh. I probably prefer the Solanke plus Johnson one. Got a feeling Sharda will do well today. I doubt it, but he's third sub on my bench. There probably will be a mega haul, won't it, from him? Are you planning to feature on the Premier League Fantasy Show? I mean, I'd love to go on, but I don't. I think like they have to invite me. I'm not. They're not going to go. Oh, they've got this email from Tom here. No, I have to go on. You know what I mean? Let me quickly refresh that. See how many likes we're on. We're on 98. 98 likes. We can definitely hit 100. Come on, we can hit 100. I mean, you might as well play Vardy. Despite them playing a back five, I'm still going to play it. Got a feeling Brentford going to humble United today. Yeah, it could be Eric's final game. It really could. Fantasy Football Hub seems to obsess with Chris Wood over Calvert-Lewin. Want the swap and thoughts on that. Personally got Calvert-Lewin. I think I'd probably keep Calvert-Lewin for the next 3 and see how it goes. I have Carvalho, Greaves and Mikalenko in my bench. Can you please arrange them? Mikalenko, Greaves, Carvalho. If Liverpool are versus... Oh, that one went before I could even see it. Do I add Foden instead of Saka? I don't hate that move. Yeah, we'll be doing team reviews around about 9 o'clock as well, so we'll get those in. João Pedro to Delap or Raul. Also, do I take a hit for Konza to Lewis? I won't take the hit. Konza's fine. So yeah, I probably would just do the Raul one. FPL Tom for life. Love that, Annie, man. Love that. Yeah, Golden's a top lad. And we have hit over 100 likes, so thank you very, very much for that one, guys. Absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, 150? Did someone say 150? No, I'm pushing it now. Thank you very much for 100. I really, really appreciate that. Absolute legends as well as always. And yeah, keep those subs flying in as well as we are approaching 9.5k. Again, wild. What to do with my team? Probably going to be Munoz is probably going to be one of your priority transfers out. I would probably say with that one. DCL can't hit a barn door. He really can't, but let's hope. Davis or Mikalenko? Davis. Is your league still open? It is indeed. Get yourselves in there. I think there's over 1,000 of you in there now as well, so, you're loving it. Would you go Diaz and Saka to Foden and Son this week? I don't hate those moves. I think you could do that. Semenyo or Rodgers? Who to play and who to bench? I play Rodgers. I bench Semenyo. Watkins or Wood next for the few weeks? Probably Wood. Did you already wildcard? Yeah, I wildcarded him 5. Bench one of Rodgers, Diblin, Saka or Havertz. Probably going to be Diblin out of all of those, isn't it? Probably is going to be Diblin that I would recommend benching out of all of those picks right there. Do keep your questions coming in. Like I said, we will be doing team reviews at 9 o'clock. So yeah, get those sent in over on Twitter as well, at FPLTom_. Make sure you are following me, as sometimes they don't pull through as well. I probably wouldn't recommend doing that minus. Yeah, I don't think I'd recommend doing that minus. What's my top 3 strikers now? I would do... What would I do? Top 3 strikers now. I would probably do... I think Solanke's got to be number 1, hasn't he? And then Cunha for this fixture run's looking really tasty. So yeah, I think there's some really good options. Is Havertz fit? Let me get the Arteta quote up about Havertz, because I know people are asking a lot about it. He's had a few issues. If he trains well today, he's got a good chance. Take of that what you will, Jake. I think I probably would be maybe tempted to move Havertz on for Solanke if I had Havertz. But each their own, I guess, mate. Each their own. But yeah, that's probably the way I'd go with that one. That is probably the way that I'd go with that one. But again, do what you want with it. Do what you want with it. 65% of you do believe that Saka will start this game week, so a lot of you do fancy him to do quite well this week as well. So hopefully he can deliver for you guys as well. Thank you, like I said, as well, for getting the stream over at 100 likes. We've already been going for 72 minutes already, and now we've still got another 2 hours to go. So, brace yourselves. Lots more FPL chat coming your way. Obviously, team ratings at 9 o'clock as well, so make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded. How do I send my team on Twitter? Just leave it under one of my most recent tweets. That's all you got to do. Just make sure you're following me as well. Yeah, big me up, and then like it'll come out like, you know, that I've been at like P Diddy's party, or I'm the next Jermaine Genius. You know what I mean? So do that. Any Munoz replacements? Yeah, there's loads. Lewis, of course, we've got Van der Ven. We have got Ait Nuri, Anderson, Leif Davis. These are all the picks for me. Yeah, I mean, if you fancy it, go for it. If you fancy it, go for it. Defender to 6.6 million for now. What? That doesn't make sense. You need to write that question out again. Robertson to Lewis or João Pedro to Raul. João Pedro to Raul. Robinson's fine. Like the Fulham fixture run is actually pretty decent over the next few. So yeah. I would be recommending benching Diblin over Rodgers. Start Madueke or Mikalenko. Probably would say start Mikalenko. Like Ipswich, like you'd have to hope Everton keep a clean sheet. I think Anfield, going away to Anfield is going to be difficult for Chelsea. Next week, I probably would say maybe you want to replace Robertson. I think playing Trent will be still fine, but yeah, longer term, probably want to look to get rid. Foden in for Saka. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate that as a transfer. I really don't. I really don't. Welbeck replacement for 7.5 million. Oh, you're just missing out on Dominic Solanke there, aren't you? That's unfortunate. For game week 10, I mean, it's got to be Cunha. It's got to be Cunha. That Wolves run is incredible. Defender for 6.6 million or defender, like, it's still not clear. Like, it's going to probably be Everton clean sheet, no hope. If Branthwaite's back, they'll be fine. Trust me. If Branthwaite's back, there will be a clean sheet. Don't worry about that one. Why do you keep Sharda? This is the thing, right? There's no point wasting a transfer. Who am I going to bring in? Like, it literally is, in a few game weeks' time, the plan that I've got is to replace him with a 4.5. I don't think there's any point wasting my transfers now on just bringing in a 4.5. He still might play a few games if we need him. They've got Ipswich in a few weeks, and if he's still starting games at that point, we could always go for it, but yeah. Should Fast start or should Diblin start? Probably Diblin. Start Leif Davis or Mazraoui? Probably Leif Davis. Hi Tom, been listening to your stream, driving around for the last hour or so, can finally say hello. How far are we off the deadline? We have still got, mate, 2 hours. It's just hit 9 o'clock. We've still got 2 hours. But yeah, thank you very much, man. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for being a channel member. Obviously, if you do want to become a channel member, it does only cost 99p. Like, it's not a lot. It's not a lot to become a channel member. You do get, obviously, some pretty decent perks as well. So yeah, you can't complain at that. You can't complain at that. Our team reviews now. They are indeed. They are indeed, my friend. Let's go and take a look. What we've been sent in. Let's have a look. Rate my team. 2 free transfers, not in the bank. I think this team's fine. I genuinely think you could roll this week. Take 3 into next week. Yeah, that looks fine for me. Sean's team here. Yeah, that Liverpool double defence is probably going to be a little bit of a problem over the next few. So maybe Robertson out after this week. Solanke for Havertz could also be a decent move. Rate my team, please. It's looking good. It's looking good. Did Diaz to Maddison, 2 free transfers left. Thoughts? Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is genuinely fine. No, I won't waste any more transfers. Take 3 into next week. Raya, Gavardio, Alexander-Arnold, Gabriel. Again, looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. Again, no complaints with this team. A lot of you building a lot of strong teams at the moment. I can't complain. Like, a lot of you have built really, really good teams. Like, genuinely, really, really good teams. Let me quickly have a check. Make sure we've not missed anybody down here. Did that one. There we go. We've got a few more here. Jesus, what's this? 1 free transfer. I want to change Diaz and Virgil Smith-Rowe. Should I just wildcard? No, you don't need to wildcard. That's crazy. I think you could just roll. I mean, you could genuinely just roll. I can't see who's on your bench, but maybe Digne could be a problem. But yeah, you could very easily just roll with this team. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, again, I probably would roll if you have not already made the transfer. Yeah, I'd probably leave it. That looks fine for this week. Again, I can't see any immediate issues with this squad. So I think, again, you're going to be fine. Would you do Diaz and Saka to Foden and Maddison this week? Wait until 12 for Palmer. Saka to Son this week. And then Trent and Diaz to Aït-Nouri. Yeah, I think that's fine. Would I do Diaz this week? You could do Diaz to a Saka or a Foden. You could do Diaz to Maddison. That makes sense. But at the same time, if you're looking to maybe go and get like Son in here, I think maybe just wait. Just wait a week. Did you see the Andy Martin photo? I didn't. Did he actually go down and take it? Did he actually go down and take it? I hope so. I hope so. That would be really, really funny if he did. Just going to quickly head over to Twitter. Make sure you are continuing to like the stream today, guys. Like I said, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well. Oh, Spurs have had a massive bump in terms of projected goals for this week. There has been an update from Rob T FPL regarding the betting data that we've been looking at. So yeah, big bump for that one. Liverpool's clean sheet percentages have dropped as well. But yeah, Spurs are now the top team for projected goals for this week, above Manchester City as well. So that's interesting. I'll quickly retweet that as well so you guys can see that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Brilliant. That is a brilliant photo from Andy Martin. You have to just love it sometimes, don't you? Opinion on McNeil? Yeah, he's alright. He's alright. Should I get rid of Luis Diaz? Potentially. Potentially. That photo of Andy Martin's absolutely cracked me up, by the way. That's brilliant. Should I take a punt and captain Solanke over Haaland? I don't think I'd necessarily do that. But yeah, that Andy Martin one's absolutely cracked me up. That is genuinely so funny. That is genuinely hilarious. Show the picture, yeah. I'll show it quickly on Twitter, man. Where is he? There it is. This is genuinely brilliant. I'm gonna retweet that as well. But yeah, there's Andy Martin. Oh dear, dear, dear. Absolute madness. What a guy. What a guy. Oh my dear. This is FPL heritage. This is actually genuinely FPL heritage. I'm all for this. I'm all for this. This is brilliant. I'm all for this. Genuinely, I'm all for this. Oh, dear, dear, dear. That's so good. Am I able to send me your team? Yeah, if you want to send it me over on Twitter, we'll get more of those reviewed. Cool, man. We'll go and check those out. We'll probably do another batch around half past as well. But yeah, that's brilliant. Will Johnson be a minute's risk with Son back? He plays on the right, Son plays on the left at the moment. But yeah, they've got other players back as well. I think it's Obert. I think that's how you pronounce it. Would you play Robinson or Rodgers? Fulham versus Villa. It's a really tough one to call. Probably Robinson. Who would you captain? Salah or Solanke? I probably would go with Salah. Top of the Fantasy Football Hub projected goals model. But yeah, that big boost for Spurs, man. It is making me think maybe take a gamble on the Son. Take Saka out, bring Son in. Haaland would be the safest captain. Salah would be your highest risk reward. There's not much after that. Maybe a Spurs player would also be a high risk one. Foden as well, if you didn't have Haaland, could also be a decent one. Opinion on Watkins? Yeah, he's a really good player. The next two aren't that bad for Villa. They're not that bad. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are going to be tempted by Dominic Solanke. And I think for the next four, especially if you're on a Game Week 12 wildcard, I do feel it makes sense to have a Spurs player in there. But yeah, Saka to Son looking a bit tasty, isn't it? It is looking a bit tasty. What non-league team do I support? I mean, I don't support any non-league teams. I used to work for one back in uni. A team called Ashton United. I used to be their head of media. We used to do commentary. We used to do all the tweets and film games and interviews and stuff like that. Like if you head back, I think there's even an interview of me when I ran the line, like about 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago now. So yeah, I'm sure you can go and find that if you delve a little bit deep enough into their YouTube. Yeah, they could. Like they've also got Europa League as well, so it is something to like obviously consider as well. My team is. Yeah, it's a good team. It is a good team. It is genuinely a good team. I don't see a problem with that team this week. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, make sure you're keeping the likes flowing as well. We've still got about 2 hours to go. Obviously, I know a lot of the big boys have just started kicking off. But you know, if you fancy staying around, helping us hit that 9.5k subs goal today, then it would be massively appreciated. It would be massively appreciated. Yeah. I think as well, if you look at it, the what's it called? Spurs are top for XG. They are top for XG. Boom 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 boom. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, like I said, has been an updated version of the betting data we were using from Rob T FPL. So yeah, here it is. Like I said, he posts absolutely loads, so please feel free to go and check out his stuff. Can you guys see this? Not really. What if I close that bit down? Can you still see it or not? Sort of. It's like a squint, isn't it? So please go and check him out over on Twitter as well. But as we can see, there has been a big bump to Spurs following the positive news from Son. They're now top 4 projected scores for this week. So it bodes quite well for that one in the early kickoff. I think if we did get news that Son was starting, I am really, really tempted to do it. As well, like I said, he does post some absolutely incredible other stuff as well. Danny Welbeck on that graphic. I didn't expect to see this. Top projected scorers from this game week. Saka's still on there. He is, but Son quite high up. Solanke as well, really, really high up. Gordon up there as well. Wood, obviously. Delap fancied at home against Everton as well this week. So yeah, lots of decent ones, man. Lots of decent ones. In terms of other teams, have we had any of ones sent in? We have indeed. Love this from you guys. A free hit. Okay, an interesting week to play the free hit. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Kovacic pick. I think if he was to go for, if I wasn't a free hit, Foden would have to be in here. Yeah, I think Foden's got to be in here if you're free hitting this week, for me. And like drop that down to a 4.5. Up like Hall, no. Harwood Bellis, probably a no as well. I think there's a lot of work you can do there. 2 free transfers, 0.5 million in the bank. No Spurs, please, as a Hammer fans' thoughts. You could take Semenyo out, maybe a McNeil. A defender pick, you could go for 8 Nuri instead of Muniz. Or, of course, you could have Anderson as well. Yeah. Or you could bring... you don't want any Spurs players, but probably Dominic Solanke would be a really good pick there. Brennan Johnson. Spurs are just looking good. I get why you don't want to do it, but they are looking good and the fixtures are definitely there, so worth some consideration. Hi Tom, loving the stream. Most likely will roll with my yellow flags and no existing bench. 2 free transfers and 0.2 million in the bank. Only move that has tempted me is Saka to Foden or Son. Yeah, same for me, mate. The big thing I think you get with doing that move, of course, is captaincy in game week 11. Son, it gives you Son for game week 11. Captaincy where he will be the best option. Ipswich at home makes complete sense to me. And I think, yeah. Who would you start between Greaves and Konza, and what would your bench order be? Yeah, I probably would maybe say I'd start Greaves ahead. And then I think your bench order is fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. What we got going off in the chat? Let's have a look. George is in here. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Saka limped off when losing. He's starting. Don't worry. Yep. I think he will. I think he will start, but I'm tempted with Son. I'm tempted with Son as a pick. Really want to get Son in, but worried he won't be as explosive. If you watch the Brighton highlights, the way that Spurs set up was the ball went into the wingers because they had so much space on the wings. And then Dominic Solanke was just able to play it through. Interestingly, strikers against West Ham so far this season, I think there's been 9 goals from strikers. So strikers are profiting. They really, really are. How can I send my team? If you want to send it me on Twitter, at FPLTom_. Leave it under one of my most recent tweets. And yeah, all good stuff. Best midfielders, 6.7 million or under. Probably going to be Brennan Johnson's going to be the one, isn't it? Don't pick Son, trust Saka. Let's wait and see. I still want Son for next week, but the idea is it keeps my options open if I don't go for it. And it means as well that... It means as well, right, that next week, if Palmer pops off in this Liverpool game, we've got a way to get to Palmer because we've got 4 free transfers. You know what I mean? Yeah, Johnson will still start. He's in incredible form. He'll still start. He will still start. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Keep the likes coming in as well. Keep the subscriptions coming in. We are really, really close to hitting 9.5k subs, and it would be absolutely immense if we could do that in today's stream. So massive shout out to you guys as well. Stop Fast or Kanate? I probably would go Kanate for me personally. Yeah, probably would go Kanate. Probably would go Kanate. You solved my benching dilemma. What do you think of my team? I can't remember, mate. I've seen that many teams already this morning, but if I said it was good, probably means it was good. I'm not going to lie to you. Am I? Is this the week to ditch Salah? If so, who would you bring in? Probably not. Like, he's up there for predicted points for this week, so I don't think it's necessarily the one where you ditch him. I mean, the clean sheets are alright, but if you want to make that transfer, man. Raya, Fabianski, Gabriel, Ain't Nuri, Lewis, Fast, Gahey, Foden, Gahey on a wild card? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, pal. I'm not sure about that one. I know you're a Palace fan, but yeah, I think there's probably a better option than Gahey. I reckon your old boy Anderson might be the better pick as the cheap defender there. Rest of the team, though, looks really decent on the wild card. He's just started training, so I don't know whether or not he's going to be fit and available for this game. So that's probably my only concern with that one. What about 8 Nuri? Yeah, 8 Nuri's a great shout. Obviously a difficult fixture this week. Longer term though, he'll be great. Should I start Harwood Bellis over Digne? I'd expect Digne to play, and so I'd probably go with Digne. Arteta put them up to it. You love to see it. My team, Raya Gabriel, have one free transfer. Okay. I think you could probably roll this week. That team looks fine for this week. You could probably roll. Take 2 into next week. What's my rank at the moment? Honking. Let's put it that way. Why are some people's named with blue? They are channel moderators, and some of them are channel members as well. If you do want to sign up for channel membership, it costs 99p a month. It's really cheap and reasonable. For this pick, Harwood Bellis versus 8 Nuri, who would I go for? Probably would be Harwood Bellis. Like, I don't expect 8 Nuri to get a clean sheet this week at all. So yeah, that's probably the way I'd go on that one. The thing is, right, I don't think you necessarily need to sell Salah off at all. Like, he's still a really, really good pickup. Like, he's fancied to do well on projected points. I think for me, game week 12 is a captaincy toss-up between him and Palmer. So, yeah. I still think he'll do quite well over the next few. He's got home fixtures against Brighton and Villa as well. Like, it's not like they're away fixtures, or it's not like they're difficult fixtures. What do you get with the membership? You get, a little bit more recognition from myself. You get some cool emojis. And we might be putting some content behind that paywall, if you like. Some of the EFL fantasy stuff I've been thinking about maybe putting behind there. We'll wait and see. Is Robertson worth selling to bring in another premium defender? If I was to sell off Robertson this week, it would either be for Lewis or it would be for Pedporo. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'll put Anderson in, but would you go Saka for this week and change to Palmer next week? I'd be more tempted with maybe like a Son. Yeah, I'd be more tempted with like a Son maybe, mate. Spice it up a little bit. Or a Foden. Or a Foden. Trent and Vardy or Aina and Solanke? Aina and Solanke for me. Yeah, Aina and Solanke, definitely. I just want to quickly have a look at expected goals conceded. Very, very quickly. Team stats, where is it? Where's it? Expected goals conceded. Where are you? Bournemouth are 12th on this list, are they? Actually been quite a good defence. Oof. Should I captain Trent? No, not for me. Saka to Son worth it, even if Saka starts, mate. Thanks. That's the decision I'm debating myself, to be honest, pal. I think the big appeal for me with Son is the projected goals are looking really, really good. They've actually had a bump in terms of the market increase as well for this week. So, yeah, it could be worth it. I've got Foden, so Son this week, swap to Palmer next week. Yeah, you could keep him. Keep Son until game week 12 and then bring in Palmer at that point, because Son will be the best captaincy option for game week 11. Saka to Son or Saka to Foden or keep Saka. I think definitely keeping him is a 100% a viable option. It is. He's been one of the most consistent point scorers in the game. Let's not forget that, right? But at the same time, the reason I prefer Son over Foden is I think Foden's got the better fixtures, probably the next two, right? But then Son has the captaincy appeal of 11. Like, that's the big draw for me for going for Son, is that captaincy appeal in game week 11. Can you rate my team and see if I need to change it? No, it doesn't necessarily need changing. I think you could roll it. Your pick is getting Your best pick, getting the best 5 midfielders you can afford and playing full 5 as much as you can, and cheaper forwards for form plus Haaland. Yeah, probably. Start Rodgers or Delap. I think you probably got to go with Delap on this one, haven't you? My back 5 is Fass, Lewis, Gavardio, Robertson and Konza. Which 3 do I play? Gavardio, Lewis, and probably going to be Robertson, mate. Robinson, sorry. Trent and Diaz or Aina and Son. Wood, Haaland and Diaz or Salah, Solanke and Havertz. Probably would be Wood, Haaland, and I think there's a better midfielder than Diaz you can get. But yeah. 3 best captain differentials apart from Haaland. I mean, Haaland is not the differential captain, but it's probably going to be a Salah, a Son, a Solanke, Foden, someone like that. Yeah, you could leave it till next week. Thank you very much, Notion Vids, for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the FPL Tom fan pack. It's called, but I don't think it is. I think its unofficial name is the Soggy Biscuit Club. So thank you very much for joining that. Welcome to the Soggy Biscuit Club, an exclusive membership to this elite club. So thank you very much, man. I really do appreciate that one. Triple captain Haaland in game week 9. Yeah, it's definitely on the card. The projected goals are looking really good for that week as well. Big dub from George as well. Cash is 4.4, the best Villa defender in a leaky Villa defence. Yeah. Soggy Biscuit Club always getting new members. You love to see it. Shout out Notion Vids, man. Appreciate that. Welcome to the channel membership. Absolute legend. So yeah, thank you very much for signing up, man. Why do you have Salah and not Palmer? Because I do. It's the way my team's kind of been set up for the past few weeks. Bench 1 of McNeil, Foden and Buemo, Son, Rodgers, Solanke, Delap, Haaland. Probably going to be Rodgers, isn't it, mate, out of all of those, George? Probably going to be Rodgers. Yeah, he has been blanking a bit, but we're holding faith. And I think again, my aim is to have the best captain every single week. That's kind of the ploy with this team, right? So that's what we're going with. Best captain every single week and hope for the best. Early kickoff. Who's in the lineup? Sonny he's in the predicted lineups. It is a tempter. It is a tempter. Bench 1 of Rodgers, McNeil, Diaz, ESR. Probably going to be Rodgers, isn't it? 8 Nuri on Mikolenko for next week. 100% 8 Nuri. As long as he doesn't pick up a yellow card because he is on free. So that means he'd be probably walking a little bit of a tightrope. Outside of that, though, yeah, 8 Nuri's just a better pick, isn't he? He is just a better pickup. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, guys. Really appreciate everybody for getting today's stream over 100 likes. Absolute legends as always. Absolute legends as always, aren't you? I just sent my team again for team review. Very, very nice. We'll go and check that out in a second. Fran not live today. I thought he'd be live today. No, it doesn't look like he is. Oh, that's a shame. I like Fran. Good guys, old Fran. Which of the game week 9 and 12 is the better entry point for Palmer, considering price rises? Yeah, I mean, he definitely could be priced out of a lot of people's teams, so maybe game week 9 could be the one. But obviously, if he doesn't do exceptionally well in that period, game week 12 could also be a great entry point. Hope all is well. Yeah, it's all good with me, man. Hope you're good as well. Start 2, bench 2. Diblin, Smith Rowe, Rodgers, Robinson. I would probably say I would probably say I'd start Robinson and Smith Rowe. I'd back Fulham. I'm feeling quite bullish on Fulham at the moment. I really am. Foden and Semenyo this week, then move to Maddison next week, or both for a -4. No, I don't think I'd do the -4. We'll have it start. Again, it's looking a little bit dicey. It is looking a little bit dicey, but I think he was pictured with the team leaving the hotel. We'll have it start. We did that one. Brain's half asleep still. Thank you very much, Jake, for the donation. Appreciate that one. Trent to 8 Nuri, Semenyo to Buonanotte, a 4.6 million to Solanke. I don't mind those moves, you know. Obviously, it does mean you are going to have to play 8 Nuri against City, but if you've got good cover, then that makes sense. But I do like all those moves, and thank you very much for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Haaland will blank again, mark my words. Fair enough. I think if Foden's cooking, though, and KDB's back, yeah. Start Rodgers or DCL? Probably would go DCL. Penalties, decent fixture. My team is... It looks a decent team, that, man. No complaints on that one. Saka and Trent or Son and Aina? I think for the next few, probably Son and Aina's looking more likely with difficult fixtures coming up, and obviously Liverpool and Arsenal playing against each other in 9. Who scores more this week? My double Leicester defence or my double Arsenal defence? It probably would be the double Leicester defence, wouldn't it? That's probably the way it's going to go, isn't it? I think Everton win 1-0 with a McNeil. Yeah, we'll go through my score predictions in a quick minute. I think you could play the back four and roll. I think rolling, because we can roll so many this season, it does give you more opportunity to make, like, if you look at a lot of the models and stuff, they all recommend rolling transfers because how effective it is. So yeah, I think rolling's probably the better move there. Best 5.8 million midfielder. Probably McNeil's gonna probably enter that conversation, isn't he? Kind of just trying to sort my hair out. There we go. Start Aina or Robinson. Aina for me. Better clean sheet data predicted for thingy. Hello, Tom. Flecken, Aina, Gabriel, Trent, Saka, Luis Diaz, Rodgers, and Promo TCL. Have 2 free transfers, but nothing in the bank. What are your thoughts? I mean, maybe you could do Luis Diaz to a Spurs player, like a Maddison or a Johnson. Frees up a little bit of money as well. Other than that, probably maybe would say roll. How do I show my team? If you want to send it me on Twitter, at FPLTom_. Is bringing in a Spurs player a must for the next few game weeks? I think so. I think they've arguably got some of the best, what's it called? The best fixtures coming up over the next few. So yeah, I definitely think so. No worries. I have both Saka and Havertz, Semenyo on the bench. Would you start both Arsenal players? I would start both Arsenal players, yeah. It's still a decent fixture for Arsenal, isn't it? It's still a decent fixture. I wonder what the record's like, actually. At the Bournemouth ground. What's the record like? Head to head. What was the last season? 4-0 win for Arsenal. Of course it was. Saka. Oof. Year before that, a 3-0 win. Odegaard with 2. 2-1 win there. Yeah, they've got a pretty good record, haven't they? They have got a pretty good record. Thoughts on Johnson? Some people say he has a knock. Got any info on that? No, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine to play. He's in quite a lot of the predicted lineups as well, so I think he'll be completely fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Make sure you are liking today's stream, guys. We're steadily approaching 150 likes on today's stream, which would be pretty mental. We're also 25 subscribers away from 9.5k. So if you are new around here, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Massively appreciated by me. Is Eze this year's troll? Definitely so. Do you think with Son he's playing on the left? I think the bigger impact for Johnson is going to be Kulusevski when some other midfielders start coming back. ESR, Lewis, Murillo, bench 1. Probably either between Murillo or ESR. I think if you're already playing a free back with Lewis in, go for ESR. If you're not, then go Murillo. People sleeping on Gundogan. I like Gundogan, but it's obviously Pep roulette, isn't it? That's the problem. That is the problem. Morning, Josh. Hope you're doing good, man. Seen you've been flying in the Discord as well. Keep up the amazing work. Absolutely killing it at the moment. So yeah, legend. Right, I am just going to quickly nip to the toilet. I have been streaming for what, nearly close to 2 hours. Sometimes I need the toilet. Obviously we've got an hour and a half left, so we will be cracking on with that. Like I said, make sure you are liking, subscribing, all that good stuff, and see if we can get this stream to 150 likes, and of course get the channel to 9.5. But we will be doing more team reviews, and of course answering all your guys' questions. I'll be back in a quick second. Give me a minute. Oh, hello boys. Right, we've just had an Earther kit. Just had an Earther kit. Dropped the kids off. All the good stuff, and we're feeling refreshed and ready to go for this final hour and a half. When I go, yeah, like I said, I went for an Earther kit. Yeah, if someone could put the link in for the Discord, that would be appreciated. Shout out, Tom. 300 subs. Come on, people. 300? I think it's like 30, mate. It's like 30. It's even less, actually, I think. It's like 20-something. 20 subs, 25 or 24 subs to hit that 9.5k goal we had outlined at the start of today's stream, which would be pretty cool to hit. So make sure you're doing that as well. 65% of you do believe Saka will start this game week, so it's looking pretty decent. 20% of you, though, are still unsure. Yeah, I went for a bathroom break. Let's put it that way. Drop the kids off. Yeah, I can rate your team. If you want to send it me on Twitter, that is possible. Raya, Gavadio, Lewis, Porro, Mikolenko, and Buemo. Cool, nice. Where should I put the team? You started typing it. If you want to send it me on Twitter or whack it in the chat, either's fine, mate. Bench Henderson or Flecken. Who've Palace got this week? They're away. I would bench probably Flecken. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one. Triple captain Haaland thoughts. It's not a bad week. I think next week's the more desirable week, isn't it? Would you do Eze to Johnson? I probably would if I had Eze still. All the rubbish games. Southampton versus Leicester is the big one this week. Bro, it's so good. I can't wait to get it on the telly. I genuinely can't. I'm buzzing to have it on the telly. Start Diblin or Semenyo? Probably would go Diblin. Is Timber available? Not sure on that one. Saka to Son and start Semenyo or João Pedro to Wood. Hey, a turkey in a bush. I've just noticed you've just spawned in out of nowhere. I would probably do... I'd be more tempted with the João Pedro Wood one. But obviously with Morgan Gibbs-White not being available, I think they might lack a little bit of creativity. So maybe the Saka to Son one makes a lot more sense. Potentially not. Like, double game weeks are going to be a lot less. So the reason we used to get a lot of them is because FA Cup used to have, like, didn't have its own weeks. It used to clash with the Premier League. So you'd have teams that would have to cancel games. So we'd have a lot of more blank game weeks. That now doesn't exist. The FA Cup has its own separate weeks. The Premier League has its own separate weeks. So there's never going to be a clash anymore. Meaning that the only time we're going to get, I think, clashes are FA Cup semi-finals and Carabao Cup finalists. So we're going to have a lot less doubles and blanks to deal with across the course of the latter stage of the season. So yeah, it's going to be a lot harder. And I think sometimes as well, we've got to remember the mystery chip will come in the second half of the year as well. So yeah. Which team do you support? I support Mansfield Town. They are my team. We play in League One and we're absolutely flying at the moment. I'm 6k ranked due to do a red. Did Havertz to Solanke. Also, I either have Ben, Robinson or Konate starting. Konate I currently have Palmer. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily, mate. I hope another green's on the card for you. Best 5 million defenders. Maybe Porro? Not Porro. What's his name? Dallo could be a decent shout, I think, for the next few fixtures for United. I wasn't subbed on my second account. Love that, man. Love that. You skipped my team. Oh, sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, looks fine. And I like the bench boost. McNeil, Justin, Saka. I hope it works out for you, man. I hope it works out for you. Cheers for sending me a team, Josh. We'll go and check a look at that in a little bit. Start between Mikalenko, Konza, Vanderberg, and Greaves. I probably would say I'd start Mikalenko and... Who's got the best clean sheet percentages? That's probably the best way to look at this. This one? Yeah. Right. Vanderberg was Brentford down at 12. Konza, we're a Villa. 21, so maybe Konza then. Rayoto Onana till game week 11. I don't like making goalkeeper transfers. I really don't. I don't see the point in it. So yeah, I just keep going. It's good. Other opinions always welcome. I've been playing 8 years. Still need them. Yeah, 100%. Even the top managers still need help from others. Because everybody's got their own way and own unique style of playing the game. And I think sometimes it's just about enjoying it, isn't it? No, I can't see the link. Jamie. So if you want to maybe send it again, I don't know. I'm a Chelsea fan, but it feels like Palmer versus Liverpool this match. If anything happens, it will most likely be him. Yeah, 100%. No, I don't understand why people are like so keen to make goalkeeper transfers. It's such a waste. If we look at towards that 11-5 data as well, you know, Arsenal still fancy to get a clean sheet. Yep. They actually play each other next week as well. There will be a Friday stream next week. The deadline's on Friday. So I'm looking forward to that. Half day at work. Probably do like a 4-hour stream, I reckon. Something like that. 4-hour stream. Sound good to you guys? Yeah. Nice cheeky little 4-hour stream. That seems decent. Friday, 4-hour stream. Get some more subs in. Who knows, like, because we've got like videos going out. We've got a Champions League stream as well. That always does well for subs. So maybe, right, genuinely, we could be looking at like 10k come Friday. It's just the possibilities. We could be looking at 10k come Friday in that stream. But we'll wait. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens when we get there. Probably not. We're probably going to be close to it. But, you know, it's definitely in the possibilities that it could be we hit 10k in that stream on Friday. And if we do, let me know what you want to see me do if we hit 10k in that stream on Friday. Mazraoui or Konate? I probably would play Konate this week. Cool, we'll go and check out some more teams as well. Pope or Flecken start? I would probably start Pope. Are you sticking with Saka? I'm thinking about moving to Son, mate. I am thinking about moving to Son. Play one, bench one, Rodgers, Smith Rowe. I would play Smith Rowe this week. Do you think Salah is going under the radar? I really fancy the fixtures from 10 to 13. Better than any other premium, in my opinion. Feeling confident on owning him. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Salah. Don't have a plan to sell him at the moment unless his performances continue to rot. Will Lewis's minutes drop? People have said that throughout most of the season and it's still not happened yet. I do feel he's part of Pep's plans at the moment. So yeah, I won't worry about it too much. Johnson or Maddison? I've got enough for both. Oh, I probably would say I'd prefer Maddison. Raul a good long-term pick? Yeah, I like that one. Oh. Why can't you post links? That's weird. Okay. All right. I think it's in the description somewhere anyway. Josh has said Saka starts for him. Nice. Aina over Rodgers or Semenyo? Yeah, I probably would play him over both. Oh, nice. Good. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff indeed. Let's have a quick scout around on Twitter, see if we've got any. I know a lot of people have sent their teams over, so we'll go and have a look at those in a second. Anything in terms of team news? Let's have a look. This is still the favourite thing that we saw. FPL is a bunch of lunatics. It really is, isn't it? You just have to rate it, though. You have to rate it. But yeah, nothing yet in terms of that. In terms of the League 2 news, have we got anything? I'm actually in the tweet. Anyone know a good Spurs leaker? Is that how you spell leaker? It's telling me it's not. I'm going to rewrite that. There we go. Do we have anybody that leaks Spurs team news? Let's have a look. Right, we've had loads more sent in, so thank you very much for getting these sent over to me. Really appreciate those, guys. What do you think of this team, and what future transfers would you make? My plan is to get Cunha instead of Watkins and 8 Nuri instead of Konza. Yeah, very similar to my plans as well, so no real complaints with those ones. Rotten Onions. Team looks fine. Who are you benching? Yeah, all makes sense. All makes sense. Havertz to Solanke, 6k rank. Few benching dilemmas, though. Yeah, I mean, who do you play out of Rodgers and Smith Rowe? I'm slightly leaning a little bit more towards Smith Rowe. We'll actually get the predicted points up for that one because it's going to be interesting to see, actually. But yeah, I think every other benching decision you've got correct there, mate. Hopefully that move works out for you. Any suggestions, Tom? No, I think you're all good. I genuinely think you're all good here. We did this one earlier. I did this one earlier, I believe. Yeah, I did this one earlier. Here's my team. What should I do? I mean, Kilman's a honker, isn't he, really? He's a honker of a pick. There's no getting around it. He is a honker of a pick. In terms of that, though, you're probably going to play Aina, fast and maybe like Gabriel or Greaves. So I won't worry too much. Midfield's probably going to be Mbeumo, Saka, and Vidi. So maybe, yeah, a Spurs player in here. So Solanke for Havertz, or maybe a Luis Diaz for Maddison, or a Brennan Johnson probably makes the most sense to me, mate. That's probably the way I would go with that one. Right, let me have a look, actually, at predicted points for this game week. So let's bring that rage in. So, Smith Rowe, what are you? 4.4. Oh, Rodgers is 4.3. There's absolutely nothing to split between the two. So yeah, nothing to split between the two, but yeah, go with whatever your gut tells you to do, I guess. Saka 5.5. What's Son at? 5.5. There's absolutely nothing to split between the two either. Eesh. Eesh. What questions have we got? Is Son back? And if so, should I be scared that Johnson won't play? No, Son plays on the left usually. Johnson's been playing on the right at the moment so far this season. With the transfers, I would do Diaz to Johnson, Havertz to Solanke. I like both of those moves. I replied that your tweet on the Spurs, check my team. Yeah, we'll do some more team reviews in a bit. We'll do them around 10. We'll have another peek on Twitter, see what's going off in that stratosphere. We actually only need 60 more people to subscribe to the channel, by the way, to hit today's subscription goal. So that's mental. That is genuinely mental. So I appreciate everybody's support. And if we could hit 9.5 by the end of today's stream, yeah. Yeah, give me a second. Let me send the Discord in the chat. Give me a second. How do I share this Discord link? More options. Settings. No. I'll figure it out. I'll tweet it out later. There we go. Josh just said it. It's in my YouTube profile description. We got there at some point. We got there at some point. Who should I start out of? Who should I captain out of Palmer, Salah, Havertz, or Mbeumo? Probably for me it would be Salah. Will Saka and Havertz play? I'm not 100%. I think both will. Yeah. I got my mum to subscribe. Love that. Well, welcome. Everybody's mum is welcome. Do you think Kelleher will start? Yeah, he will. Will you keep streaming till the deadline? Yep. Always do, mate. Always do. Today's going to be a big girthy boy. It is going to be a big girthy stream. And I reckon on Friday, if we're close to hitting 10k, we might just bob out a 4-hour stream for that deadline next week. We might just bob out a 4-hour stream. See if we can hit that 10k mark. Because we've got a Champions League one on Tuesday. That always does quite well. The Champions League content as well. So my thoughts, if we could get by the end of that stream to like 9-8, like it's a big ask. But like if we could get there like 9-8, 200 within 4 hours is definitely possible. Yeah, I think it is in the YouTube profile. I hope to God. Yeah, he probably will play. How do I get you to rate my team? You pay me money. No, all you have to do is send it me on Twitter or write it out in the chat. All FPL players experts should start a pro clubs team together. Mate, that'd be mad. That would be absolutely mental. Should I transfer Jackson to Solanke or roll the transfer? I probably would make that move, yeah. I think that'd be a decent move to make. Captain out of Palmer, Salah, and Mbeumo or Havertz? I think I answered this one. I said Salah. He's top for predicted points for this week. Would you take out Diaz? Would you take out Diaz out, Robertson out, or for Johnson and Trent, or any others for Trent? No, I'd probably be more tempted with the Diaz or Robertson moves first before moving off Trent. Unless, obviously, maybe it's freeing up money to maybe go and get Palmer next week or something like that. Salah and Semenyo to Mbeumo and Johnson or roll? I'd be more tempted with a roll. I better get added to that Pro Clubs team. We'll see, man. We'll see. Only the elite can get in. Only the elite are allowed in. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. I'm a little bit hungry today. Really, really hungry. I might just go and quickly grab a banana. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go quickly grab a banana. Oh, man. All right. I'll find it and I'll send it at some point. I'll get it in the chat. I'll go and have a look at the Dibbling stats in a second. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly grab a bit of fruit. I'm not off to the toilet again, don't worry. I've done my Eartha kit for this stream. Right. Banana acquired. Keep those questions coming in. It's a good banana. Nice and Moorish. Fan of the banana. Let me know if you're off to any games as well today, guys. FPL Super here. I knew where the bananas were. I was no messing about. An FPL Super League would be pretty decent. Maybe I'll try and get it going. Who knows? Is the Spurs game at 11:30? No, it's at 12:30 BST. So in the UK, we're still in British summertime for like another week and a bit. Next weekend the clocks do go back, and that I genuinely hate this time of year. Like, it's just dark, miserable weathered in the UK. Like, it's just like, oh, what's the point? You know what I mean? Rodgers or McNeil? McNeil for me. Chances of Havertz starting? I'd say they're pretty decent. Yeah, I'm thinking about going for Salah, ESR, Rodgers, Cucurella to Foden, Johnson and Mbeumo Van de Ven. Not bad moves. I think maybe you might regret selling off Salah though. Like, how do you get back to him as well? Yeah, I do team reviews. If you want to send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. We'll get a load of those reviewed in a bit. We'll do a big batch around 10 o'clock. Money talks, dirty cash apology, dirty cash, I need you, whoa. Should I do Eze to Johnson? Got 2 free transfers? Yeah, probably would. I think those moves make sense. Yeah, UK weather in December, November, January is it's terrible. It's genuinely terrible. Yeah, this is the thing, right? We get the same question a lot. Like that's the way these streams work. People pop in, they ask a question, they leave. That's just the way it rolls, isn't it? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support of the channel. I really do appreciate that. Ooh. Do I keep Eze for game week 10? No. Yeah, I'm just done with Eze, and I think they might struggle. Like, Forest have been a really, really good, well set up defense as well. I do think they'll struggle a bit. Money talks. My team is. I mean, you don't have any Spurs in this. That's probably the team I would be looking to move towards. No, we don't have any Spurs news at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I feel like most places in Northern Europe are just miserable around this time of year, aren't they? Really, it's not like nice, is it? I can hear it raining outside already. Haven't opened my blinds this morning, but yeah, it's already raining. I can just hear the cars going by, the rain, and I'm just like, No. No. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you just play your own game, don't you, as well? You do have to play your own game. I think people have to remember that. Do 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 do. Right, my team. Yeah, no worries, man. The Lick's an interesting pick. Looks good though. Looks good. Son for Martinelli, 100% if I could do that move, yeah. 100%. I've just got FPL Raptors one up, and he's just got a spinny wheel deciding which way he should go with his players to start. And it's gone for Rodgers. Rodgers over Cunha. Oh dear, dear, dear. Foden or Son if Saka is out for a 4-week punt. For a 4-week punt, Son. And I've said this quite a few times in today's stream. I believe it's because what's it called? The captaincy in game week 11. The captaincy in game week 11, Son is the best option. So yeah. My plan is Kanate to Nori next week. Makes sense. Or Robinson. Yep, both pretty valid shouts. Kilman is not that bad. Bet you didn't have him for the 12 point, and neither did I. Why did I punt on him? Oh, mate. I think the beauty of Son is his explosivity. We've already seen that in one game so far this season from him, and I owned him for that game. And I think it's the fact that when Son is available, Spurs are just a better team. They just are. He is one of their best players. So, yeah, that's why I like Son. He's just a good lad. He's a good lad as well, and that always helps. That always helps with FPL picks. We are steadily, by the way, approaching 150 likes on today's stream, which is just incredible. You guys are honestly some of the best in the world. So make sure you are hitting that like button, subscribing as well. We've got about an hour till the deadline does obviously finish. We've already been streaming for about 2 hours 15 as well. So these streams are long, lengthy. They do take a little bit out of me as well. So make sure you are giving all the support you can for these streams. One of the best. He is their best player. Valid. Appreciate that one, man. I love how much your channel grows. Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? It really, really is mental. Oh no, I don't have Haaland. How will I survive? Oh mate, yeah. This is how I felt when I was going into the Ipswich game, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. And I always knew it was going to be a difficult game, but for him to get a hat-trick in back-to-back weeks absolutely finished me off. How long has it taken to get to 9.5k? I mean, we're not at 9.5k. We're close. I think we're like 15 people off. 15 people off. Should I play Aina or Porro? Porro. Girthy streams are the way. Girthy streams are great. You can't beat a nice, long, girthy stream. What's the most views you've got on a vid? Depends which channel, because I've got 2 channels. So there's this one, and the most we've got on this channel is about 30k. On the other channel, we've just had the Stockholm Derby video hit 80k. So yeah. We should do that, Tom. 100 experts. I'll get involved. I've got to find 100 experts. I don't have 100 experts. FPL Mate struggles to get that 100 every single week. Any team news? Nothing as of yet, but we'll have a quick scout on Twitter as well. We'll have a quick scout. Jesus, you guys have been busy sending me your teams. Right, let's have a look what we've got here then to work through. We did that one last. I did this one already. Hi Tom, can you please rate my FPL team, please? I would be... I will get the clean sheet percentage up between Newcastle and Fulham, but I'd be maybe tempted to play Robinson over Hall. For me. Rest of the team though, Winks. I'd play Smith Rowe over Winks. 100% Smith Rowe over Winks. Every day. Winks was benched in the last one as well. Right. His wildcarding team. Okay. I mean, I like his wildcard team. It's decent. Maybe I wouldn't have Konate if I was on a wildcard, though, this week. The Liverpool fixtures definitely drop off. But at the same time, that's not even that bad. Like, his team already is not that bad. I don't think there's anything major to worry about. I think you could just roll with that team. I think that's fine. I think the team already he's got is pretty fine. The wildcard doesn't improve it, like amazingly either. Let's have a look. See if we've got anything else. Oh dear. Someone definitely needs yeah. Oh my days, the Dormitory's arms in that are massive. Absolutely massive. But yeah, nothing in terms of team news as of yet. I think someone else has sent me their team through. No, just people asking for any leaks. Yeah, nothing as of yet. But I am tempted. Rate my team. Good team, yeah. Would you play Sancho or Diblin this week? I mean, I probably would gamble on Diblin. Very nice, my friend. I didn't see it there, Jokes Let's Do. Did you send it me over on Twitter? Or not? Boom, boom. Money talks, dirty cash apology. What a song that is, by the way. I sent it. I'm AA1. Yeah, it usually pulls through straight away. That's the only reason I asked. The first 10k are always the hardest to get, but after that it will grow rapidly. I hope so, man. People said that about 1k, and I definitely agree. Like, it was such a slog getting to 1k. Post that, it has been a lot quicker to get there. The second channel as well was like absolutely smashed it off the scales. 6 or 7 videos I think we've uploaded on there, already over 1k, more planned. So yeah, that I think longer term, that's probably where that channel will probably end up being bigger than this one. I do think that, and like quite a few people as well have also said that to me, like that they think the second channel will be bigger than this channel. And I do agree. I do feel it has a lot more potential. The fact that we hit 1k subs within maybe like 7 videos, outrageous. Semi-pro with a 90 average. Mate, that's sick. I play at work and I'm averaging about 35, 40. What's your top tip for getting better? I need to beat the lads at work. What's the toilet predicted to get this week? Bro, the toilet's just had a heavy load knobbed into it. Have you done team reviews yet? We're doing them constantly throughout today's stream, so if you do have them, get them sent in. We got about 55 minutes till the deadline as well, so any questions you do have, get them in. Obviously, we are trying to hit 9.5k subs before the end of today's stream. We're edging. 150 likes as well would be very, very nice on today's stream, but again, we're edging. We're slowly edging towards that. Have you done a team prediction? For which team? I'd play Welbeck over Diblin. Yeah, just drop me a message on Discord, man. We'll chat. Or get it in the chat now. Like, I think everybody else will be all up for learning about how to play some darts. We're all up for that. Yeah, you know. Side, we'll throw in a few people's FPL questions. Then, of course, we'll hit some dart ones as well. All my match predictions. It's all body straight, throw grip, follow through. Yeah, the problem with mine is, like, they'll just go, like, like they won't stay in the same position, if you know what I mean. And I do feel like when I throw, I release like either to the left or the right slightly. That's the problem I do have. I've never hit a 180. I've hit a 140 the other week. So yeah. Are you doing transfers? My plan is to either roll, take 4 into next week, or of course do Saka to Son. That's the one that is tempting me at the moment. Playing Mbeumo or Luis Diaz, and Mbeumo 100%. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, mate. That makes sense. Dirty cash apologies. Yeah, someone's asked for my predictions for this week. Let's do these. Let me get them up very quickly. Man, I'm dead. Like these streams, I don't think people realize how like tiring these streams get. Like they get there. They take a lot out of you. Right, let's have a look what we've gone for this week in terms of predictions. We've gone for a 3-1 win for Tottenham over West Ham. We've gone for a 2-1 win for Fulham over Aston Villa. 1-1 between Everton and Ipswich. A 2-1 win for Brentford over United. 2-2 between Newcastle and Brighton. A 2-0 win for Southampton over Leicester. 3-0 for Arsenal over Bournemouth. 2-1 win for Liverpool. A 3-0 win for City. And then a 0-0 between Forest and Palace. So yeah, that's how we're lining up for that one. Yeah, I probably would say Luis Diaz is going to be a longer term sell, isn't he? First thing I would do is throwing at the board. Don't bother aiming. The first dart, then sim the second and third for the flight. Usual flights touch the group. Repeat that for a few hours, 3 to 4 days. We'd start with beginner's tips. All right. I mean, I play quite a bit of darts at work. Like I've probably been playing about a year. I'm still pretty naff though. Hi Tom, looking to replace Colwell, 4.6 million budget. Who would you recommend? It would be a short term, looking at Everton or Fulham fixtures. Yeah, definitely they're the two teams. You've got Anderson at 4.3 as well. Really could be a great steal at that price point. So yeah, short term, yeah, they're probably the two teams to probably take a look at as well. Longer term, you probably obviously want... I mean, you could also afford a Van der Ven from Spurs at 4.6. So short term, there's definitely some tasty fixtures in there for Spurs. I do have a board at home, but we've taken it down because it was getting absolutely peppered this door. Not by me, because I can actually hit a dartboard, but my my flatmate absolutely destroyed the door. Hopefully my landlord's not watching. Hello Tom, are you going to make Champions League Fantasy? I mean, videos and streams? Yes. Yes, I will be doing. Don't worry about that one. There will be videos out Sunday. We'll be doing a limitless draft for people that are on that chip. And then, of course, we will be doing my team selection on Sunday evening as well. Then we will be doing probably about a 3-hour stream on Tuesday as well. Just for fun. Force on a triple captain Haaland? Yeah, probably not for me. Come to Dublin, Tom. I'll get you the hookup fans. From Brazil skinheads, the good kind. Nice. I mean, it definitely is on the list, and we are obviously open to opportunities. The Casablanca derby has definitely piqued my interest in today's stream as well. Let's put it that way. We only need 9 more likes on today's stream to hit 150. So if you haven't liked the stream already, make sure you are hitting that like button. Of course, we are trying to hit 9.5k subs as well by the end of today's stream. So if you're all about that one as well, yeah. Etsy's the best place. All right, we'll take a look. Best 5.2 million or less mids. I like Adama Traore. I do. Reasons why I'm not triple captaining. It's not a home fixture. And if we look to the projected goals for next week, I think it should be this one. Looking at the projected goals, I probably would say I'm fancying next week a little bit more. You know what I mean? That's probably what I'd go for. If I was looking at triple captaincy, I'd be looking at where's the best projected goals for City, and it is next week. Obviously, though, they do have Champions League midweek. Then, of course, the following week they have Carabao Cup as well. So maybe we might see a bit of rotation for Haaland. But yeah, just something to potentially consider on that one. Something to get your teeth into and have a little bit of a think about. There you go. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've got about 50 odd minutes till the deadline. Of course, we'll be doing team reviews as well throughout the stream. Who do you think will score, assist, and be the man of match in the Spurs match? I'm asking because I've got triple Spurs. I do think Dominic Solanke will score. I think Brennan Johnson will continue his run as well. But yeah. Play one of Porro, Leaf Davis, Aina. Porro's got to be. Morning from New Orleans, Tom. Who to start, by the way? Hutchinson and Moreno. I'd probably go Hutchinson. Oh, nice. I got through the JDC 2 years ago. 19 now. Man, that is decent. That is decent. I absolutely love darts, by the way. I can't wait for the World Championships. Like, I love it. I love it. I never used to like it growing up, but now I watch like most events. I love it. Yeah, I think Solanke and Johnson probably will be the ones, won't they? They probably will be the ones. Dirty cash apologies. If you had to choose one, Mbuemo or Johnson, Mbuemo. 90 minutes, penalties. Yeah. Hi Tom, when will you rate teams? Whenever. If you've sent it over, we'll get it rated, man. We'll get it rated. We will get it rated for you. That's the aim of today's stream. You know that. By the way, we only need 5 more likes to get to 150 on today's stream. So yeah, go for it. I'm going to Grand Slam. Still quite a few tickets left. Yeah, I went the Premier League thing, and I don't know if I enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as just compared to just watching it on the telly. I don't think I enjoyed it as much. I think I'd much rather watch it on the telly. I don't drink either, so that kind of rules that out for me. Palmer and Welbeck or Havertz and Mbuemo and use 2 free transfers. I mean, are you keeping? Are you keeping with Palmer and Welbeck? How many more subs? I don't think we probably would have gone up. I don't think we probably would have gone up. But I'll have a look. Oh no, we have 14. We've gone up by 1. Hey Tom from South Africa, just wondering if you think I should transfer out Watkins for Solanke. I don't hate the move. I think it could be decent, but at the same time, I think Watkins isn't a bad option for the next 2 weeks either. Have we got any team news? Yeah, not yet. What do you think about Raul Jimenez? Yeah, if you didn't watch the FPL Therapy podcast, which I went on this week, I did have Jimenez as one of my my replacements. Any leaks, my big burly friend. If you call me burly again, I'm yours. I'm yours, man, honestly. Yeah, I'm yours. Hey, Tom, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. Hey, 150 likes, baby. 150 likes. Man, I really appreciate you guys. You're absolute legends, by the way. Honestly, genuinely, I've probably got some of the best, I would say, subscribers in the world. Like you genuinely, you're here most Saturdays. Whenever I'm streaming, you're always here. Yeah, any like goals I always set, you absolutely smash them out of the park as well. If we could hit 9.5 as well today, we're flying. We're flying. Oh, that's really nice of Gary, man. That is really, really nice of Gary. What would you prefer, Salah to Diaz and Watkins to Haaland versus 1 free transfer, Bowen to Foden and Holdall? I don't think I'd do Salah to Diaz, so no, I wouldn't do that one. Right, let's do some teams as well. A lot of people have been sending them in, so we'll go and take a look at some more teams as well in a second. Yeah, my only problem, I don't like selling goalkeepers. It just seems like a waste of a transfer. Just does seem a bit of a waste of a transfer for me. Nice, I'm going to check that out in a bit. And Buemo Wolves. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look what's been sent in over on Twitter. I think we've had quite a few sent in. We have. Here we go. I knew it'd pull through eventually. Jokes, let's take a look at your team, man. Yes, it's starting to fall apart a little bit with some of these other players. Maybe you could do a João Pedro, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Don't think it's the end of the world, but it's starting to look a bit shaky, isn't it? No Spurs in here for this week as well could be a little bit of a problem. So yeah, I think I'd do the João Pedro move. Maybe to another cheaper forward with him being out longer term. That makes sense to me. Then you could bench Evan Nielsen. Do I start Fass, Robertson or Aina, or should I make transfers? I would personally start Aina over Fass. Just down to how good the Forest defence have been. They've also been at home. Yeah, that's probably the way that I'd go with that. I'd start Aina over Fass, and then I reckon you're fine to roll to next week after that. 2 free transfers, not in the bank. Thoughts? I think you're fine. Like, you could obviously take the Saka to Son punt if you wanted to go down that route, but other than that, I think you're good, mate. I think you're good. I think you could roll and take 3 into next week. 2 free transfers, Salah to Son, Sharda to Maddison. It's quite heavy on the old Spurs boys. I don't think I'd do the Salah one, because he's fancied to do quite well this week. And I get you want to have Sharda out, because it is a bit of a problem. But you could play that back 4, that'd be fine. And Buemo, Salah, Rodgers, and then that front 3. I think maybe roll and see what the landscape's looking like next week, Tom, mate. What other questions have we got? Brennan Johnson and Raul for Havertz and Ben Brereton Diaz from -4. No, I prefer Solanke for Havertz. Just a straight swap. I think it's a better move. Predictions when you can. I already did them, but I'll do them again for you, mate. Just for you. 3-1 to Tottenham. 2-1 to Fulham. 1-1 between Ipswich and Everton. 2-1 to Brentford. 2-2 between Newcastle and Brighton. A 2-0 win for Southampton over Leicester. 3-0 over Arsenal. 2-1 win for Liverpool. A 3-0 win for City. And a 0-0 between Forest and Palace. Start Vardy or Rodgers? I think you have to play Vardy this week if you've got him. Realistically, don't you? I think this week you have to play Vardy for me. Like, this is the 1 week where you'd want him. Oh, nice. Is it worth trading out Gabriel? Not for me, personally. The clean sheets are still fancied to be pretty decent across the board. Still stuck on Trent, Diaz and Semenyo to Van de Ven, Foden and Johnson. I think they're all pretty good moves, especially if they're for free. I think they're pretty fine moves to make. No complaints with any of those moves. We've got about 40 minutes till the deadline does close, so make sure you're getting your questions locked and loaded. We are steadily approaching 9.5k subs as well, which is absolutely incredible to say the least, guys. We only need 12 more people. 12 more people to go. So it's looking good. It's looking very, very good. Very, very tasty. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Welbeck or DCL? I would prefer DCL. Stock Colwell or Greaves? I'd take a gamble on Greaves. Jake has sent his team over as well, and that is what we love to see. Let's have a look at this then. What's he done? Pickford, Justin, Gvardiol, Gabriel. Yeah, I think doing the Havertz to Solanke move makes the most sense with this team. Havertz to Solanke or Eze to Johnson. They're the moves that make sense to me. I wouldn't do the -4 move. I just don't like it. I'd be more tempted with Havertz to Solanke than any other move.
What rank am I so far? Yeah, probably best not. Mikolenko over Rogers. Thanks, mate. I'd say I'd play a back three, and I probably would say I'd start Rogers over Mikolenko. Jota to Foden or roll. I think Jota's predicted to start, so maybe I'd be tempted to roll. Buy Lewis, Foden, and Solanke from Watkins, Trent, and Semenyo. Good idea. Pretty good idea. I like the players you've outlined there. I think Aina's got a better probability of a clean sheet, so I probably would go with that one. Solanke is the man. You won't regret it, lad. I think the Solanke move will do bits. I hope so, anyway. What rank did I come last season? About just outside the top. I think it was like 200,000 something. We benched Mateta for his like mega haul, and it absolutely cost me big time. So yeah, 11 people to go, by the way, to hit today's subscriber target. So yeah, mental from you guys. I reckon we could do it. 11 subs in about 38 minutes is definitely possible. Start Digne or Greaves? I probably would go Digne. Hey guys, don't forget to lock in your teams, and on the way back, hit that subscribe button. Love that from you, Andy man. Should I hope Diaz does well against Chelsea to roll or move to Maddison instead? I think with the decent projected goals, I think it sometimes makes sense to kind of get ahead of the curve and make that move to Maddison. Best defender around 4.5. I think from next week onwards, it is going to be Aït-Nouri. Leif Davis has some decent fixtures. Anderson at 4.3 as well is also a great shout. Love your streams. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. ESR or Trent? Trent for me. I'd play Trent. I would be playing Trent this week. Let's keep having a look, see if we've got any sort of team news flying in. I still can't believe Andy Martin oh my days. Apparently someone's going to go live reporting to see if they leave the what's it called? Oh dear. I genuinely love FPL for this sort of stuff. It's just funny, isn't it? It just is funny. Do we know if there is any Havertz news? I can't remember if he was pictured yesterday at that thing. I'm just going to watch the video back very quickly. See if he's there. Was that Havertz there? That might have been Havertz there that just walked past. Start Rogers or Cunha. I have a feeling City will let him one. I mean, he is the penalty taker as well, so probably Cunha. If I hit 10k, I have to transfer in Dawson starting for 5 game weeks. Bro, I will happily do anything other than that. Saka to Son, it is a tempting move, and it is one that is crossing my mind and something that I might do. Start Rogers, Buonanotte or Delap. Probably either Buonanotte or Delap. I would probably start Greaves out of all of those, especially if I've not got DCL as well. Yeah. Greaves is definitely due a corner goal at some point this season. 100%. Like 100% is just due a corner goal. He just is. It's just the way that it's going to go as well, isn't it? Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of today's stream. I'm pretty chill. I am pretty chill. I think the more and more I think about it, I might just sit on my hands. Potentially. Okay, fine, Kilman. I mean, Kilman from 12 wouldn't be that bad, and looking at it, it could be around game week 12 we do hit that 10k mark. So why not? Start Rogers, Wood or Greaves. I would definitely be playing Chris Wood out of all of those options. I think with him having penalties again, you never know when a team can get a penalty, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? That's why we own penalty takers at times. So So yeah, that is why we own them at sometimes as well. What do we do? Do we sit on our hands, take 4 in, or do we go and get Son? Son is the tempting one, and if he does pop off, could be a huge differential for this week. But if he doesn't pop off, and I'm sat here with, you know, egg on my face, Interesting to see what Fran does as well. I know he was tempted with it. I think, yeah, just looking at his pinned comment. I'm planning to do Saka to Son over the deadline stream. Just waiting for news. There we go. Lads, who is ESR genuinely going to kick myself when someone tells me? Because Emile Smith-Rowe. There you go, Andy, mate. Is Robinson still a good pick? Yes, he's back on the menu. There's some real decent, tasty stuff going off. No worries. Sometimes people put the acronyms, don't they? And then like everyone's just like dead confused, like who it is. I still can't believe Andy Martin went. That is still one of the greatest things I've seen. Andy Martin going to look at that sign is just brilliant. We only need, by the way, I've just refreshed it, 9 more people to hit that subscribe button in half an hour to hit the 9.5k subscriber goal, which is mental, genuinely mental. I put it out there and I didn't think we'd even get like close. I thought like, yeah, maybe we'll get like a couple, like 30, 40 in. But you guys have been absolutely incredible today. Hitting that subscribe button, all that good stuff. And yeah, I just can't thank you enough. Over 150 likes in today's stream as well. Mental. Genuinely mental. Is it worth Watkins or Havertz to Solanke? Not for me. I'm terrible using nicknames and acronyms. Yeah. They're not great. Are they? Do keep your questions coming in. We'll do some more team reveals as well as always. Letting you guys know. Got Saka and Havertz. Would you sell Havertz to Solanke? I probably would, yeah, this week. Pickford or Flecken? Probably play Pickford. Thoughts on Salah to Foden, Semenyo to Mbeumo, and Stewart to Calvert-Lewin? I don't hate those moves. I just think I probably would be tempted to keep Salah this week. Yeah, that's kind of where my mind's at with that one. I think I would like to keep Mohamed Salah this week. Yeah. For me personally, I'd like to keep Mohamed Salah. Just for me personally. Is Palmer a good pick for the next week? Yeah, definitely. Like, I feel you either get in Palmer in 9 or you get Palmer in at 12. There's your entry point. Gahey or Konza? Probably would play Gahey this week over Konza. Saka to Son, it is the tempting move, and that is one that I am weighing up myself and potentially thinking about. Again, I am just waiting to see if there's any kind of early team news that we might get ahead of this move. Hopefully we get something. Hopefully a little snippet. Just something. You know what I mean? But we'll wait and see. I guess. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any questions that you do have pre-deadline, let me know. I think Robinson will be FPL player's best pick from Fulham. Yeah, 100%. The only thing I do have a problem with him is Castagna is back. So that could be a little bit of a dicey one with Castagna being back. Hey Tom, thinking of selling Raya and Semenyo for Brennan and Sells, have free transfers, all the usual suspects. I don't like making goalkeeper transfers. Yeah, there's not really too much upside in them for me. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the thing with me keeping Salah is people are obviously looking at the next two and thinking, right, I'm going to sell Salah off. He's up there for projected points for this week. I think Arsenal away is going to be difficult, no doubt in my mind. But the following week, they've got Brighton and Villa at home following that. Then they go and play Southampton away as well, where he will be the best captaincy option. So, you know what I mean? Why would you sell him? Against Brighton at home as well, I think he's probably going to be the best captaincy option because I think Haaland's away, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. So in game week 10, he's got Brighton at home. We saw what Palmer managed to do there. Haaland's got Bournemouth away. So you could be tempted to go for Mohamed Salah there. It's a real toss-up. And again, this is the kind of thing I want with my teams is I always want the best captaincy options every single week. Who's Spurs got in 10? Who's Spurs got in 10? Let's have a look. Spurs have got Villa at home. Again, it's still a pretty decent fixture. It's not the worst fixture in the world. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that one. Lots to think about in today's stream, isn't there? Genuinely lots. I do think Robertson starts. Simicast has come back with an injury from international duty. Have we heard any news? Nothing as of yet. We've got very, very bare bones nothing. So, yeah. Kind of just waiting and seeing, I guess. Just waiting and seeing if we get anything. Hoping for an Arsenal clean sheet desperately. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be as well. What have a... Apparently we do, yes. Apparently we do have a team leaker. Will Havertz start? I think he will. I won't worry about it too much. Yeah. A lot of people are still starting Saka this week, and that makes complete sense. Does make complete sense, doesn't it? Obviously, though, we are waiting to see if we do get any early team news regarding Son. Let's have a look. Oh, FPL Tony saying anybody that tells you about Saka starting is just guessing. Interesting. Interesting stuff that he'd say that. So obviously they don't have any news on it. Is there a glimpse of Saka? I'll watch it. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. No, we don't have any news on Saka. The only thing that was posted there was about FPL Tony basically saying anybody that posts like they've got leaks is basically BSing. But yeah, I don't know. I think he will. What are your predictions for the Liverpool game? I think it'll be a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Would you start Sells over Sanchez? Yeah, because Sells will leave a player he won't at all. I don't know about Yuri and Timber. I genuinely don't. I'll have a look at the predicted lineups, see what they're saying on FOTMob. See what they're saying. Let's have a cheeky little look. FOTMob lineups. Has Havertz, has Yuri and Timber, has Saka, of course. The Wolves fixture swing looks good. They have played the most difficult teams. Yeah, that's why they've got this great run coming up. And they've not even been bottom for XG conceded, despite all these poor games they've had. Are there any good 5.5 million forwards? Strand Larson with that good fixture swing coming up. Yeah, they're not bad choices. They're not bad choices. No, I'm gonna stick with Haaland for captain. I do think he's the best captaincy option. Is Rodgers a good pick? Yeah. Rodgers is a good pick this week. He's a good pick regardless because of the value he is and the minutes he plays. Wood or McNeil? I think I'd go McNeil with the good fixture. Yeah, Strand Larson, if you could probably get in early on him, could be decent. Already scored 2 Premier League goals already. Jamie, I know why you're saying it. You haven't got Haaland. That's why you think that. Oh, dear. Do you keep your questions coming in, guys? Keep the likes coming in as well. Massively appreciate everybody that's been in today's stream. Hitting over 150 likes is incredible. And, of course, getting us extremely close to that 9.5k subs mark as well is unbelievable. If I was to wildcard this week, I probably would have one of, like, Palmer or Son on it. Would I have a Delap? I don't know. Should I go for Lewis, Konza, or Mikalenkovic to start? I probably would have Lewis to start. Yeah, I'd have Lewis to start. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you could roll. You could roll. Jamie Vardy Hall today? Yes, please. Let's have a Jamie Vardy Hall for once, please. We do just need to find out if we get a Spurs leaked lineup. That's what we want. I'd probably wait. Like, they've got City this week, so it's not a great fixture, is it? It's not a fixture you'd want to play Strand Larson in, if that makes sense. Spurs predicted lineup. Let's have a look what they're saying. London Even Standards. Let's have a look what they've got for their predicted lineup. Oh. Son's in it. Okay, a lot of them do have Son in it. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? Start Rodgers or Smith Rowe? I'm slightly leaning more towards Smith Rowe. Any news on anything? No, we have very little news. Nothing to kind of shout about. Son's in that one as well. So yeah, Son's predicted in a lot of lineups for today, which does make me feel confident. Does make me feel confident. Keep Diaz or go for Johnson. I think if you are going to go for Johnson, this is the week to bring him in and take maybe a little bit of a gamble on him. I think this is probably the week to go for it. We do, by the way, only need 8 more subscribers to hit 9.5k subs. So if you do want to help the channel out, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well as liking today's stream. Haaland, Saka, Palmer and Salah. One of them 4 will get you double. Yeah, true. I got Havertz and Saka what to do. I think both will play. I do think both will play, and I do think you could just sit on your hands. I do. Captain Haaland or Saka? Captain Haaland for me. Start Mikalenkovic or Mavadidi. I think this is a fixture where you'd want to play Mavadidi, so I'd play him. Yeah, that's probably the way I'd go with that one. For me personally, that's the way I'd probably go with that one. Is Solanke and Maddison overkill? Not really. It's a good set of fixtures Spurs have got coming up against some of the worst teams for XG conceded. Good projected goals across the next few as well. Ipswich in game week 11 as well, so it makes sense. The only problem that I would say is obviously there is Carabao. There is, of course, Europa League as well, so yeah. Yeah, I think I'd be more inclined to just sit on my hands. I think I would. I think I would be tempted just to sit on my hands. Do I really trust Mavropanos' minutes? I mean, this is probably one of the games you brought him in for, though. You know what I mean? This is probably one of the games you did bring him in for. No worries, mate. No worries at all. Solanke is the best pick. I'm not sure on the rest of the Spurs. Yeah, I think there will be some rotation with the other lads. I mean, I'm hoping Son plays. I'm hoping Son plays. Is this good Saka to Foden? It's not the worst. I do think I do prefer Son though. I do think I prefer Son. Hi Tom, I only have one free transfer. Would you do Jackson to Solanke or just roll? I think I'd be tempted to make that move. I do think I'd be tempted to make that move. Especially if I've got no Spurs as well going into this week. Yeah. Is Cunha fit? Yeah, Cunha is fine. Fit and available. You keeping Saka? I'm not 100% sure yet. We might make a move for Thingy. Is Morgan Gibbs-White was on crutches, so I probably would get rid. Also, any Tottenham lineup news? We've got nothing. We've genuinely got nothing at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit hard to say. Bit hard to say at the moment. Luis Diaz to Maddison. Yeah, I probably would make that move. We could really do with some Spurs team news, couldn't we? Bot account. Yeah, we're just waiting, I guess, now. Waiting for any kind of last-minute news before the deadline. We've got about 15-ish minutes, so do keep your questions coming in. By the way, we need two people to hit subscribe to hit 9.5k subs in today's stream, which is incredible. Genuinely incredible. So if you have enjoyed anything you've seen today on the channel, the stream, anything like that, we've been going just close to 3 hours now. Yeah. If you want to hit that subscribe button, it means the absolute world to me. 9.5k is wonderful, and I absolutely love you all if you were to do it. I think Fran's just done it. He has. Fran's gone balls deep. He's gone for Son. He's gone for Son. Look at him go. Fran's gone balls deep. I love it from him. I absolutely love it. He's taken Saka out. He's gone for Son. Whew. You love to see it. You love to see it from him. Aina or Rodgers? I probably would play... I prefer probably playing the attacker, so I'll probably go Rodgers. Rodgers or Smith Rowe? Probably go Smith Rowe on that one. Salah to Palmer and Solanke for a -4. Not for me. Not for me, no. Play Diblin or Jackson? I probably would play Diblin. Yeah, I'd probably play Diblin. How do I get back to my own stream? Come on. There we go. How do I get back? 162 likes as well, by the way, guys. It's just incredible. Genuinely incredible. Who would you bench? Eze, Mbeumo, Rodgers, Havertz. Bench one. It probably would be Rodgers or Eze for me. Thoughts on Son and Saka? Same team. Sacrifice Trent. I maybe would hold this week. Robertson to Lewis or roll the transfer to next week? I think I'd roll the transfer to next week. Yeah, I think I'd roll the transfer to next week. Look at Fran go for that Son move. Oof. Juicy. It is a tempting one. We've got 3 free transfers, so why not? Captain Haaland, Salah or Saka? Haaland, isn't it? Haaland's the easy captain pick this week. He just is. Hey Katie, how's it going? I'm doing pretty decent. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm worried about Saka, but I already have triple Spurs. So maybe Foden's the one then. Decided to sell Trent Diaz and Saka for Pedporo, Son and Foden. Spending all my free transfers for all week. All in for me. Hopefully it works out for you, man. Start Diblin versus Leicester or Jackson versus Liverpool. Who to bench between Collins or Mikalenko? I would probably say Collins. I probably would say Collins on that one. Hey! Yes, you can send me a team, Katie, but we have just hit 9.5k subs. I am very, very happy with how today's stream's gone. Over 150 likes. Like, the subs have been incredible as well from you guys. So 500 to go to the magical 10k. We've got a stream on Tuesday for the Champions League. Right? And I'll probably do about 3 hours. Right? I'll probably do about 3 hours. We've got videos coming out as well. Free videos, I think, over the weekend. So 1 tonight for the transfer targets. 2 Champions League ones on Sunday. A video Monday. Then, of course, we'll do the stream on Thingy. So the Friday stream, we could be hitting 10k. And I'm off on that Friday afternoon. So I might just do like a 4-hour stream. Genuinely might just do a 4-hour stream. Road to 10k stream. Genuinely. Oh, Jackson or Diblin? Diblin. There you go, mate. Sorry. Lewis or Aina? Lewis. Yeah, Lewis could very easily go and get some attacking returns as well. But yeah, if you want to send your team over, Katie, we'll get that reviewed for you as well. So thank you very much, guys, for helping me hit that 9.5. That was the sub goal for today. You've absolutely smashed it out of the park. Mental. Genuinely mental that we're closing in on 10k. Like, it just blows my mind. It really, really does. You guys are absolutely incredible. Prediction for Chelsea versus Liverpool. I think it'll be a tight game, but I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1. Start Mikalenko or 8 Nori. I think you play Mikalenko this week, don't you? Thank you so much for your Champions League videos. You got me to 1st in Estonia and 87th in the world. No worries, man. We'll be back with more of those over the weekend. And, of course, a deadline stream on Tuesday as well. So plenty more Champions League content coming your way as well. Glad I could help you out. I'm having a pretty decent season as well. Despite benching 30-odd points in Game Week 1, we still find ourselves within the top 8k. I'm probably expecting a red this week as most people are going to be using that limitless chip. But yeah, let's wait and see. Semenyo or Mikalenko first sub? Probably Mikalenko. Start Collins or Mikalenko? Mikalenko. Right, let's have a look. Katie sent over her team, so let's get these done. Any last ones that have come in? Thank you very much, Katie, for sending this in. Hope you're doing very well. Free transfers. Any thoughts? I mean, maybe Semenyo could come out, but I don't know necessarily who for. I think you might want to roll again. I think this team's fine. Like, there's probably a few. Like, there's a few issues kicking about, but I think you could be fine. Roll next week. Take 4. And you could fully rebuild this team as well. You could potentially go and get Palmer in here. You know what I mean? You could upgrade it here. Target some of the Wolves boys as well for next week. So I think you might be better rolling. Take 4 in and do a little bit of a mini wild card next week to get on the fixtures from like 9 to 12 and beyond. So I think you could be fine rolling that one. Has there been any new news? No, there has not. And it's annoying. It's very annoying. That is pretty sick, to be fair. Like, I just love Focal. He does everything. Saka to Palmer. Some people are making the move. Some people are holding. People are holding Saka. People are holding Saka. Doesn't look like we're going to get any news pre-deadline, though. My thoughts are, though, what do we do? Do we go and get Son? Do we go and get Son? What are the Salah goal odds? They're alright. They're not too bad for this week. I haven't got a screen thing. What's it called? I haven't got a picture with them on, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Have you made any changes this week? No, and I could be taking 4 into next week. So we've still got Saka at the moment. I don't think we're going to get any news about Spurs. I just don't. Smith Rowe to McNeil. I don't think I'd do that move because Smith Rowe's fixtures are really good after this. So I think you could just hold him. But yeah, I think looking at it, you probably want Saka back for game week 13 and beyond, right? Saka back for game week 13 and beyond. So yeah. Do we get Son or do we leave it for a week? Because I was planning on getting Son anyway for Saka. But do I just stick with Saka for one more week? Take 4. Like this is my concern is if Palmer pops off and the narrative completely changes because they're playing Newcastle and United, then would I want Palmer for both of those weeks as well? Yeah, I'd be tempted with Brennan Johnson. Worth a differential cap from Haaland. Saka, not for me. You do well, Tom, and you sound very engaging to try and reach everyone. You're a good egg. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You guys have been absolutely immense today, by the way. Loving it. How are Tottenham's fixtures? The next 4 are really, really tasty. Genuinely, the next 4 are really, really tasty. And the big appeal of Son for me is that game week 11 captaincy. FPL Diamond, if you appear in more streams, then definitely. If you're pretty regular in most streams, you can definitely become a mod. Spurs fixtures are okay to good. I think they're pretty good. I don't think Saka's ruled out, is he? I've not seen Saka ruled out. Have I missed something? I don't know if I've missed something. Saka to Son as Fran's done. I am tempted with it. I am really, really tempted with the move. I am really tempted with the move. Saka's not ruled out, by the way. I think he will start. What are the chances that Son plays and scores, though? Yeah, that is the thing. That is the worry. I don't necessarily think... I'm not worried about Saka not playing. I'm just trying to maybe chase a bit of upside here. I think Saka will play. Tom, I've crumbled. Oh no, you've done a -4, haven't you? You've done a -4. Well, I'm thinking of doing Saka to Son. And that's where we're at with that one. That's where we're at. That is where we're at. Has anyone got Son in? Yeah, a few people have got Son in. I've seen Fran's gone and got him. Fran has gone and picked him up. He just is a good boy, isn't he? Yeah, he does. He does cover off Solanke a bit. He does cover off Solanke a bit. It's Armageddon. Yeah. It could be. It could be. Start Ben Johnson, Munoz, or Robinson. Robinson for me there, mate. Robinson for me there, mate. Which way do we go with this, guys? Genuinely, which way do we go with this? Yellow flag Saka versus Son. I think there's 2 points in it. Yeah, I think I'm going to make that move anyway next week. So why don't I just bring it forward a week? It's so tense. I don't know what to do here. Where's the coin? Where's the coin? There's a coin up here. Coin. Right. Heads we go and get him. Tails we don't. We just stick with it. Still might go against the coin. Let's have a look. Ah. Heads. It's landed on heads. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, apparently Son starts. I've seen him in a lot of the predicted lineups. I think the safer call is maybe to wait. It is maybe to wait. Only if we had some leaked team news. Only if we did. But I don't think we're going to get anything, are we? Sod it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get him in. Let's get him in. We were planning on bringing him in anyway. Let's do it. Super mega differential. 4.6% owned. Let's go for it. That's what this game's about sometimes. Taking that risk. Let me quickly have one last check. Make sure there's nothing coming through. Yeah, we're going for it. Let's go for it. Make transfers. Saka to Son. Boom. Done. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. We've done it. Ooh! I just brought Donna for a -4. Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Zooey mama. Oh, my days. Adama for a -4. It is time to lock in your teams, by the way, guys. Make sure you're getting those locked and loaded for this game week. Yeet the dice. Come on, boys. Let's have it. Let's have it. I'd stick with Salah. We've done it. Come on. Let's have it. Boof. Saka's going to... Yeah. My season, the way my decisions have gone so far this season, it's probably going to backfire. But... Let's hope. Let's hope. If a Son masterclass pops off in the early kickoff, I will be off my tits. Right? I will be off my tits with excitement. You know what I mean? I really hope he plays now. I really hope he plays. No, not Foden. Not Foden. Sod Foden. Get him out of here. Which two to start? Fass and Robinson for me. I've made the move. We've still got 2 free transfers. We're taking 3 into next week anyway. We've got the plans for the frees there. But yeah, we've got about a minute and we've made the transfer. We're sticking with it. Let's just roll with it. You know what I mean? Let's just have a bit of fun with it. Let's enjoy it, yeah? Let's enjoy it. That's what this game's all about. Oh, that's a terrible snip, by the way. Quickly do that. Make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded, guys. Ahead of the deadline. Let's just get this tweet out. Game week 8. And then get a lock. And then we got Saka. And then we need the arrow to Son. Good luck, everyone. Right, it has just hit 11, by the way. So that's probably going to be it if I refresh this page. That's it. It's done, yeah. It's done. It is done, baby. We made the move. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, it looked like BS. It did look like BS, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. The deadline has just passed, by the way. You guys have been absolutely incredible in today's stream. 170 likes. We've also hit 9.5k subs. We've been going for 3 hours 15. And you know what? I've enjoyed every minute of it. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I'm blessed every single week to do this. Genuinely, I'm over the moon. I appreciate everybody that comes out for these streams. I love you. I genuinely do. You're honestly some of the best in the world. A lot of respect, a lot of time for you. So yeah, I love it. You know, it's all good stuff. It is all good stuff. Hope you get lucky. Bro, we need some luck. We need some luck. It's been possibly some of the worst, some of the worst luck in FPL this season. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, the problem is I don't support anyone in the Prem. Like, if I supported somebody in the Prem, I definitely would. But obviously, yeah. And I've actually stayed away, interestingly, from Mansfield players in Fantasy EFL because I just can't back it. It's like betting on us as well. I just can't do it. It's not for me. But we're going to leave it there, guys. Like I said, it's been a really big stream. Long stream. We smashed everything we wanted to smash. Hopefully there's going to be a green arrow this week. I pray to God there's a green arrow this week. I really, really do. You guys have been incredible as always. Thank you very much for your support. Like I said, there'll be videos out tonight, 2 videos out tomorrow for Champions League Fantasy, a video out Monday for FPL, and then of course we'll be back with the Champions League Fantasy video next week. And who knows, come that deadline stream next Friday, we might be hitting 10k subs. And things might get a little bit crazy. Let me know on Twitter what I should do if we do hit 10k subs on one of the streams. Like, yeah, we'll do anything. We'll genuinely do anything. A dance, a sing, a song. Yeah. Like I said, guys, again, thank you for your incredible support. I love every single one of you, and I hope you all have a great, great game week. Where's the end button? I can't find the end button. I've been streaming for too long. Where's it gone? No, where's the end button? I'm just stuck here. I'm just stuck chatting to you guys now. That's it. There's no way of me ending the stream. I've lost it. Where's it gone? There it is. Right. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon.